XcluBeats.
Why you looking at me? We live.
Woohoo. Shit.
Like Channel 5.
Oh, did y'all see that shit about that all black news?
All Black News what?
It's supposed to be like an all black news like network or some shit or like segment or something on the channel. I didn't really get too far into it, but that shit's pretty dope.
I've not heard nothing about that.
I mean, what was it about, man? I mean, you gotta
Supposed to
give
be
me
launching sometime soon. Like some black news. Like I don't know if they gonna do it like all the time. That's why I said I didn't get too deep into it. Like
Well,
I just seen some people talking about it and was trying to see if y'all had heard anything about it.
nah, I ain't heard about it, but that's an interesting thing. I'm interested to hear more about it.
So like an all black news company?
Yeah, like I seen a picture of them and it was like just like a Channel 4 like newscast. It was like
Right.
black
Black owned.
4 or 5 black people standing there with their suits on, like they was anchors and shit. Like they took the picture in like a like the news area setting where the desk was behind them and shit.
Well,
That sounds promising. Depending on how you want to go about it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you get a lot of people that don't like don't enjoy watching the news. Might get people back into watching the news.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
welcome to the Podcast, people. It is the Rick Code.
You can call me Dubz too, bro.
As
Like
well.
that'll definitely be.
Dubz, Chris, aka Chris YNHT, aka YNHT Chris, and the homie Chef Chad, aka the man. We in here though. What is up? It is episode 5, right?
Yeah, episode 5.
Yeah. I'm keeping count
Cinco.
now. Look at that. I'm on point.
You already
You
know.
feel me? Where y'all shot at though? You know what time it is.
Damn. Already?
Yeah, shot time. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the
Shit,
Johnny.
That's not what. Damn.
Go ahead and pull up the Johnny.
Oh, god damn. Fuck. Man. Go ahead and just pass that there.
Came through with the scotch, man. What we have last time?
That genie in a bottle right there.
That and no, we had something else.
Ciroc and
Ciroc
Douce.
and Douce. That's what we had.
Yeah.
It was Ciroc and Douce. But what's up?
Man, nothing much, man. Chilling. You know what I'm saying? Been a long weekend. A long
Living
week,
it.
really.
Living it lovely.
Well, speak on it. What make it long?
Oh man, shit, work. You know what I'm saying? Just like having to like put in like them hours like somewhere else. Like that, they be kind of dragging for me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get ready to get away from that. Yeah, cause I mean I think like once I get the film shit going like I want to, you know, like I'll be able to. You know what I'm saying? Work less and then just not have to work, period.
Well,
Yeah, because
I know that's the goal.
The kids got a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
don't they got a lot of shit going on? Your goddamn daughter up in the goddamn sweetheart dance doing a robot. Who
Yep.
taught her that?
I don't know. I have no
She
idea.
had all the kids in the damn sweetheart dance doing a robot. No cap. Like
That's crazy.
they was really doing the robot though.
You got
For
out
real.
there?
Huh?
You got out there?
Shit, I got there kind of late. You know what I'm saying? Because I had got off. But they had went from basketball practice to the crib, changed clothes, to the sweetheart dance. So, like, they was there a little bit before I got there. But, shit. Then they had games Saturday, you know what I'm saying, from 10 to, like, 2. So, in the fucking gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It gets stressful sometimes, man.
yep. And
It's like that.
that's definitely something that's still, like, be different because we thought they was just gonna play it when it was over. They was like, "Oh, the season's over." You know what I'm saying? We done.
Right.
But one of the girls' season is over, and the other one got 2 more games. And the one whose season is over was like, "Man, like, why come I can't keep playing?" You know what I'm saying? Like now she wants to. Like, can I get a goal at the crib type shit? Like, and it was like crazy. Like watching her yesterday, cause she started like having like Hooper like mannerisms.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, like a lot of the kids, they not out there like looking like that. Like when they tell the kid to get open, like they'll like run a little bit, then they'll stop. Like she like look like she running off screens and shit. Like she like trying to juke and then she started backpedaling, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, bro. You gotta stay with her.
Continue to build.
Stay on her.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Shit.
Cause like it ain't no 7-year-olds like they don't even teach you that like in practice. Like that's not something that.
Right, unless she's watching something.
Yeah, I mean she might have seen me do it a couple times. Cause like whenever like I'd be going to get the rebounds and shit, I might like backpedal cause the ball ain't going too fast or whatever. So.
Well, I mean, I don't want to deviate too far off topic, but what are you seeing outside, like outside of the family? What are you seeing?
Like as far as the week went?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Shit. I mean the big topic. I mean, well, shit. I don't want to start off like too bad. So you know what I'm saying? Like we can start off with the Super Bowl. Shit.
Man, I didn't watch too much of it. In between kicking it with y'all.
Yeah.
I hadn't watched no NFL games this year, actually. So.
Well, shit, that was the first time I had watched football in like 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, the wife was like, "You want to throw a party?" Because, I mean, Green Bay, they almost made it, and that's my squad. So, it was like, shit, we can. You know what I'm saying? But when they lost to the 49ers, we was like, shit, like, we could still just go ahead and
do the party
and do the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, because I was thinking about jumping back in next season anyway. I seen today the Redskins hired a full-time black female coach as an assistant coach. So, you know what I'm saying? That's a big move. I think the 49ers are...
Redskins still got to change their name.
Yeah, that's something that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because that's still...
oh, yeah, that's been a topic for years. Like, people
hand.
been petitioning and everything, and... Like, it just never really, like, gets anywhere.
Right. Something else kind of takes the shine of something else at the moment.
Or them niggas just don't really give a fuck. Like,
They
we've been
just
the
don't
Redskins for, especially with their owner, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga, he ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, no, they just don't give a fuck. But, I mean, they've shown that 100 times.
Yeah. But it was a pretty interesting game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been hearing about Mahomes for the last couple years. You know what I'm saying? So, I was interested to see, like, what he could do. And when he came back, I was like, yeah, he lived up to the hype. Pretty decent player. Like, I hadn't watched any, like, games. Like, niggas be like, oh, man, you see the Packers versus blah, 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 because they know that's my team. And when I be like, no, they be like, bro, that was, like, the game of the week. Like, nigga, I haven't been watching that shit.
Right.
No, I fuck with that. I fuck with that the long way.
It was a good game, though. You know what I'm saying? 49ers, they could have pulled it off, but them niggas stopped running the ball. Like, they fucked their chance up.
Nah, man, that shit was cool, but I mean, at the expense of what they done over the past couple of years, I still don't feel good watching an NFL game. So until that happens, I'm going to just keep not watching that shit.
Yeah, I'm still debating on whether I'm going to come back next season or not, because, like, as far as, like, the contracts go, like, that's one thing, because niggas be like, oh, Kaepernick, and that nigga's not the reason why I didn't watch it, but he started, like, me looking into that shit a little bit more on my own. And shit, what actually started me not from going to any games no more is while he was protesting. Well, no, it was after he was protesting. I think it was like maybe the first season that he wasn't in. So I could say I haven't probably watched maybe in like 2 or 3 years, really. Went to a game, Cowboys and somebody. And we parked in like one of the little areas that's like right across from the stadium because we don't feel like fighting through all the people that's like walking by. Like we didn't really get there. We got there like right before the kickoff type shit. So going in, it's a nigga with a big ass semi, you know what I'm saying? I think it was like an AR, you know what I'm saying? Just like the open carry shit, just like right across from the stadium, you know, just like walking around, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing. Getting this protest on. You know what I'm saying? So like while Kaepernick is like protesting this shit, and now I think this is like one of the first years that he not in the league, and it's like one of the first years. It might be Dak's second season. Nigga just walking around the stadium. You know what I'm saying? One of my other homeboys that I talked to about the shit, he was like, yeah, man, I went to that game too. And it was another dude on the other side of the stadium doing the same shit. So then when we get inside the stadium, it's like everybody's just like super America in that bitch. Like we made it, you know, before kickoff, so they doing the shit and everybody in there, you could feel the energy like, nigga, if y'all niggas think this taking a knee shit is cool, like, it's not, nigga. We in here America up. Niggas got flag shirts on and fucking niggas got the cowboy jersey on with the American flag shorts. Like, niggas was making sure, like,
and when so niggas is all that shit is technically against the law.
Right.
Yeah.
You be wearing those bandanas and
show merchandise, anything in the representation of the flag. Correct.
Yep. So
yep.
When people be talking about they
don't even know the flag. There's
patriotic and all of that. You know,
right.
They really just some dum-dums. Well, we know that. You know.
Half-assing.
We know. Most of the time, people just want to have a reason. They already didn't need a reason, but they just want to have a reason.
Yep.
To be able to say they came out just to support America. I can't just support America. I want to do America. So I'm a patriot. Like, you know what I mean? Like nobody else is patriotic or like we don't like America or something like that. Like people is like, I hate America. Nah, nobody ain't never said, you know what I mean? I just hate this country for being a country. No, hate the principles of the people that's running it. Hate the legislation, the judicial branch, and you know the normal government branch. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what we hate.
That and the fact that I think a lot of people don't like to recognize the history of how the things got there. How much there were so much fucked up things that happened for things to get to this point. People don't like to recognize that. You know what I'm saying? Well, that doesn't happen now, so it has no point to now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, we don't have those issues like we do now. And it's like, well, no, we do. They're just in a different form. You know what I'm saying? So, in my perception, the way it was like back when our parents and our grandparents were growing up, you know what I'm saying, from what we've been taught was they'll be out there in the streets, blah, 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 blah. You're X, Y, and Z. You're this, you're that. And you're supposed to turn the other cheek and go over here and go over there, right? Well, as time progressed, right, that shit was known like that's not going to happen no more. So now it gets to where now they'll just be nice to you, smile in your face, and then you'll be walking down the street and they'll be waving from their house, inside their house, out the window, talking about some hey, but they're really X, Y, and Z, the same shit that they were saying from before. They're just doing it in a different form now. You know what I'm saying? So now we have to learn to adapt and adjust to the situation and, you know, so on and so on and so on and so on.
Or not. Don't adjust, people. Resist the machine. It is all.
Well, that's what I mean by adjust. You have to adjust to each situation accordingly.
You ever seen The Matrix?
Right. How do you adjust? By taking that pill.
Nah, don't take the pill. Don't take the pill. That bitch gonna send your ass down a whirlwind. A whirlpool of disaster. You know?
Pulling shit out your head, coming out a pool of goo.
Just ass.
Shit, it's just ass. Shit. I'm not swallowing that shit.
Oh no, I wasn't saying that.
Better change cups real quick. Nigga. Hold up.
I wasn't saying.
No.
It wasn't no goddamn. Goddamn.
Chrono. That's not funny, but you know what I mean by that.
I do.
No lie, I had to go pick up my mom's scripts. And no bullshit, I was in that whole fucking medical mask on. My nigga, no lie. Why? Because anytime you go to a pharmacy, anytime you go to a hospital, you fucking susceptible to all types of shit. And a lot of those individuals are there to pick up scripts and other things, and they're not feeling well all the time. So, you know. Just saying. It's just, hey, I'm not, call it paranoia, I just call it being cautious. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be on point than caught with my pants down.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, whatever, man.
I feel you.
Yeah, you go in there, bitch, slipping, and then nigga got the
Right.
corona, thinking he got something else.
Right. 2 weeks, you don't show no symptoms. You know what I'm saying? You could...
Nigga like, man, I got the flu. Let me go in this bitch and give me some Theraflu and something else. And that bitch, nigga in that whole coughing.
Nope. I watched Outbreak. Outbreak fucking scarred the fuck out of me when I was younger. When that scene where fucking you
Never seen it.
You never seen Outbreak? Oh my goodness. Okay, so Outbreak. This is hype. For us, the peak of fucking AIDS and HIV, right? So they pushing all this shit. This is when that shit HBO Outbreak came out, and the scene where there's a guy that coughs, he sneezes in the theater, and he achoo, and it goes up in the air, and it comes down, and it catches somebody in like the second row in the front, and they inhale the particle and the shit. You know what I'm saying? And then now they're sick, and so I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, it can travel like that? That's serious. You know what I'm saying?
That's disgusting, people.
Right. I mean, it's probably over-exaggerated to an extent, but I'm just saying that made me very... Anytime I'm in a store and I'm around somebody that sneezes or coughs and they don't cover their fucking mouth, I automatically hold my breath and I leave the fucking area. Automatically.
And you better. Hey,
I ain't fucking around, bro.
Right.
No,
this is before that, though. Yep. Before all this shit, that's how I am. Like, ugh.
Niggas be like, you wash your hands and sanitize when you leave the restroom? Yes.
No. Real deal. Right now, that shit is crazy, for real. I had read... I read there was a article about the doctor that first diagnosed the coronavirus as being like the virus that it is.
Right.
Even though the thing is about the coronavirus that makes this whole situation weird, and I'm gonna talk on that in just a second after I make this point. But the doctor is supposed to have died. The first doctor that prescribed or diagnosed that coronavirus.
Did he have
strain? Yeah, apparently he had it and it killed him. And RIP to him, if that is true. And here's the reason why I say if that is true. And I'm not standing in a speculatory way on nobody death. It's just that the coronavirus is not very specific. And they're not giving specifics. They keep calling it the coronavirus, but the human coronavirus is literally written on the back of a Lysol can as one of the type of viruses that it kills.
Right,
so
you've already been exposed to it.
Whatever it is, you know what I mean? It need to be told what that particular thing is. They keep saying the coronavirus, so we up here and we talking about the coronavirus. But the coronavirus is literally a bunch of viruses. Human coronavirus is literally one of the killing germs or agents that will be killed by the products that are in Lysol. and you can look that up on the back of a Lysol can for the most part. I don't know if it's
Mm-hmm.
still on there, but if you got like an older Lysol can, I know because I was just looking at the shit,
Mm-hmm.
and I should have took a picture of the shit. But yeah, that shit is right there. Human coronavirus is right there on the back of the Lysol can. So they need to be more specific on what this is or what this is supposed to be, because they saying the coronavirus and they getting everybody hyped about the coronavirus, but the coronavirus already exists. And that make me feel like, and I don't want to be no tinfoil hat boy, but they make me feel like maybe it's some shit with, you know what I mean, what they got going on.
Do you know about the super lab that's fucking from day one that's in that area for where they found the coronavirus? Supposedly at the market. It's not at the market, but there's a super lab that's in that same area.
I mean,
not trying to get tinfoil hat, but I'm just saying there's a super lab in that same area that deals with diseases.
oh
Yeah.
no, it's very much
possible.
so possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate when
'Cause
people
I
be
said-
acting like shit can't, you know what I mean? Like I be on like, you know, social media and shit, and I be seeing all these like hotel memes and shit, and that shit just be annoying me because I hate how they act like the government having literally declassified documents and shit. They say, yeah, we was doing that shit, or yeah, we was doing this.
Tuskegee.
You know what I mean?
Tuskegee is a perfect example of something
Like,
that's
where-
documented
what-
that they knew what they were doing and giving people diseases.
Right. You know what I'm
So-
saying? Like so when people be like acting like shit just be far left field, that shit be annoying the hell out of me.
Yeah. I read some shit, and when you said the shit about the coronavirus already existing, I had read some shit where it was talking about bats and how bats carry Ebola and the coronavirus, and because they could hold a lot of shit,
Right.
and they don't really fuck with them.
Right.
But if they expose you to it, you probably gonna be done for type
Right.
shit. So
Which is very much so probably the way that it came about, as it originated in China, where they do eat things like bat soup and shit like that. So, you know, it very much so could have been where it came from. Or it could have been.
From that point of view, that we'll just blame that, since, like you just said, since they do eat those types of things, we'll just say that it came from here.
yeah,
Just
I
act
could
like it came from here, not realizing that, oh well, we also have this building over here that makes diseases and has patent on diseases right next door. But
Yeah.
this market over here
'Cause-
has it all the fucking diseases. It
No, I
has the
feel what
snake.
you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Because with them not really being specific about it, like you said,
Right,
you know,
right.
it
But
really
then, when,
don't.
like I said, when you find out that you've been the science, well, excuse me, sorry, when you have been already exposed to the coronavirus in a different form, right? Because, like you said, it's a multiple of things. So you've already been exposed to coronavirus. The only big issue about this one is you can get pneumonia, and you can't fucking come back from that. There's only been maybe supposedly they say 200 survivors or people that were able to bounce back from the actual disease, but I mean the numbers keep going up, and you know how numbers go. They'll say that it's 300, that's been dead, but
it's like way more than that now.
right now it could be up to 24,000 from some reports being said. I mean, but it's just crazy.
I don't know, the way the world is make you not want to go outside no more.
But see, is right, and then that to that extent is what the fuck, that you can't do that though. We need sunlight.
Oh no, you can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like that gives us our
you can't.
power.
Of course, I ain't saying tuck tail.
No, but I'm just saying like on a macro scale, it's just like damn.
Plies will
Like,
say you poisson.
it,
You feel me?
yeah.
But nah, I'm just saying, shit.
It's
That
just
shit make
wild.
you not want to
It's
go
just
outside.
wild as fuck. Like it's always fucking something.
Yeah.
Like it's always fucking something. If it ain't a terrorist motherfucker going on, it's a goddamn disease or fucking something wild. Like damn, it's just fucking crazy at times.
Nah, that shit be getting out of hand. But nevertheless, it's still, like I say, I feel like very undisclosed as to what the fuck is actually really going on. They could at least name the virus something, but they saying the coronavirus, not the type of coronavirus, and that should put people to worry.
Bro, that nigga Trump, when he had the State of the Union, he was like, we're going to take the lead and, and we're going to put an end to this coronavirus epidemic. I was like, bro.
You shut your dumb ass up.
You talk about the Space Force is a part of the armed forces, bro. Like, that is the dumbest shit. This nigga think this shit Starship Troopers or something,
Right.
bro. Like,
Right.
Well, I feel like at this point, Trump is all but invincible in his mind.
he pretty much, bro.
So at that point,
Start calling them ghosts.
what can you say? What can you say? You know what I'm saying?
Power was crazy.
I
haven't
ain't
watched
seen
it yet.
No, don't spoil that.
Nah, I'm just saying it was crazy, bro. Like,
I thought he didn't play until tonight.
we watched it on demand.
Stars?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's available after midnight. Yeah, if you got the Stars or the Stars
yes,
app,
I do. Yes, sir, I
it's
do.
available after midnight.
Oh, I didn't know. Fuck. Guess what I'll be doing late tonight?
Shout out to Stars. Y'all can pick us up.
Man, shout out to that nigga 50, bro. Like, man,
Wow.
I'm just gonna shout my nigga out, bro.
Wow.
Like,
Plot twist. M. Night Shyamalan twist.
I don't want to hear nothing.
I ain't gonna give it away, man. I gotta give my nigga a shout out, bro. Like,
Okay.
marketing wise, man, like, he got niggas falling for the same shit every year. He do the same moves every time, and niggas be like, oh, man, I got the season finale, and, bro, I'm not fit to watch your season finale, bro, on Facebook. You think Stars ain't bigger than 50 Cent, bro, and if they want these hoes gone, they gonna have this bitch off, nigga? Like, this nigga not running the network.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if he leaking the shit, they in on it.
They know.
They know. It's a part of the shit.
Right.
Because they knew they wasn't coming on the week of the Super Bowl, so leaking the shit gives them, hey, nigga, they gonna talk about this shit the whole time.
Well, when you talking about shit like that,
it give you a week of free publicity.
when you talking about shit like that, we all know that the big conglomerates have figured out the art of, how would I say, they figured out the art of marketing that look organic. So a lot of people that you be seeing, even like when you're not just talking about like film or something like that, we're talking about artists like music wise or something, you get a lot of people that are made organically from a big conglomerate standpoint. So it's really just about how they present the person, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like, this nigga, he making moves. He got the shit that's supposed to be on ABC next week, the For Life show. I ain't
For
gonna,
Life?
Yeah. The dude that's in jail, but he trying to get himself out of jail show.
Right.
And
That's what I'm saying. Like, he going to the next thing, and
like, nah, this
Hey.
nigga's going to the,
big stage, right? And
I think if this nigga, all I'm gonna say is, seeing the episode of Power today, Tyler Perry better step his game up, bro.
Okay. So you talking about some serious competition out there in the story game? Some serious story game.
Tyler Perry, you mother, bro, like, you can't slack on your pimping, my nigga. You got the studio and shit. Like, 50 Cent already said when he got the invitation to the shit, like, nigga, we gotta step our game up. Like, hey, you know that nigga's a competitor too, so when he went to Tyler Perry shit, and even before he went and he opened the invitation, he was like, oh shit, like, do you see this invitation, nigga? Like, but the quality of shit that he been putting out since then ain't really been, it ain't been up to par, man. Tyler Perry, he been, you know what I'm saying, and he been saying I'm writing and I'm doing all this shit by myself, but like, nigga, it's probably about time for you to get a team, dog, because somebody gotta say some of this shit ain't cool. You can't just have niggas stroking your ego and saying it's all good, because
so what particularly don't you like?
about what? Oh, nigga, you didn't see the shit like the last like month where niggas was like roasting the wigs and all this shit that, cause On one of the podcasts, we was talking about Tyler Perry, you know what I'm saying? He giving niggas a chance and he doing all this. And the next week, this nigga dropped that movie and the wigs was horrible and like all the...
You told me about that to check that out.
Yeah.
You were like,
what is the Falling from Grace?
Right.
Yeah.
We had the discussion.
The woman hair did the Ray J hat shit and I was trying to give it, you know what I'm saying, the benefit of the doubt. But the woman hair did the Ray J hair shit.
Hat, bro.
It was like...
Say, yeah, it was wild, dog. Like, and then there was it was a dishwasher, but it had like the dishwasher like top, but it had like the regular cabinet bottom where the door would be.
Yeah.
So it was like wood grain shit on it, bro.
Super half-assed.
Yeah. Horrible. Like the woman hit the dude in the head like 15 times with the bat, bro. This nigga still lived.
You saw the dude in the background that was drinking, that wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
That was eating, that wasn't eating.
Yeah.
He would be like this.
Dude picked up his fork.
He was like.
And it was just like. Looking at the camera like, yeah, nigga, like. Like, bro, if you gonna act like you not eating shit, bro, at least don't look at the camera.
But maybe, and I'm just playing devil's advocate.
We gave this.
Maybe he was aiming for a comedy background.
That's a little, I don't know.
Bro, the whole movie was about a woman that got played by a dude. They said that she killed the dude, but they never had a body. She was on trial for murder.
Mm-hmm.
The nigga was still alive, bro.
Right. No, I think
this is the storyline, my nigga. Like,
I think I seen that then. I seen it. I remember it.
You seen that dude box wig then?
Yeah. Yeah, I seen his wig. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, you know, it was the finest of quality. But I mean, you remember Shamar Moore wig, you feel me?
Yeah.
Tyler Perry been doing this for years.
What was the time frame of that though? What was the time frame of that?
Yeah, that was more beginning Tyler Perry.
Right. That's different.
When he was kind of getting into the movies and shit. He had a couple movies out before, but.
So what you saying? So
by now, bro, you
wig budget ain't good enough.
Is that the niche now though? The fucking okie dokes?
I think he was going. I told Antoinette, I was like, from now on, that nigga might just start doing that shit because he know people gonna keep talking about it.
That's what I'm saying. Is that his niche now? To where fucking we gonna look for the sloppy toppy. We gonna look for the sloppy toppy in the background and see what's going down. You know
we ain't gonna let that stick. We gonna do a different
for
phrase. We ain't gonna try to use sloppy toppy to describe Tyler Perry wigs. Although that is a very good one. No.
Please come through with a different one.
Yeah. No, sloppy toppy. I say bad wig before I say sloppy toppy.
Bad wigs. That just sounds so
bad.
Plain.
It can be that. Now I ain't saying listen, but look, 26 million views, bro. Is what they got. That thing got first week. The lady that was the star in there had never had a star role. She been acting like 20 years. He putting people.
The woman that was, she's already on one of his shows.
Yeah, in a movie. She never had a starring role in a movie.
You talking about the younger black chick or the older black chick?
Oh.
Oh, was she on one of his shows?
Yeah, but she never had a movie. I just said that.
Oh, I ain't never. I don't know. I'm not familiar with her that much.
Yeah.
My wife said she was on the show, so one of his shows.
Well, yeah, she is, but she was never the lead in a movie, and people like that, he put in position. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's all good and dandy and shit, but you know, like when niggas talk about the black business, like it's that shit that
Nigga, I
we
still
gonna
saw the
stunt?
shit.
We gonna
There ain't nothing changed. I still saw the shit.
Yeah.
That's all it is. I'm just pointing out what I saw. I ain't trying to talk down on the motherfucker at all in any way, negative at all. But I'm just saying what I noticed in this video, in this film, knowing that I done seen some great shit that he done put out. Damn.
Nobody. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to make a point of something.
You know how niggas do the black business, bro, and he was supposed to be one of the top like content producers like out there. It's really him and 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see as many people like, well, you know, Lena Waithe and fucking some other people. The Shy go hard.
Well, 50 stepping it up big time.
Oh yeah, especially when y'all watch the finale, bro. Like you gonna see.
Well, you know what I mean. Wait a minute, you know what I mean. Don't give me no spoilers, bro.
I'm not gonna give you no spoilers, but I'm just telling you.
No,
like,
I don't want no
watch
expectation.
When you watch it, like you gonna be like, damn, this nigga 50, bro. Like,
who you trying to give me expectations? I don't want no expectations.
But I said that earlier, so
He already set the bar very fucking high. The fucking ceiling right now is what it's looking like.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh shit.
This nigga like Tyler Perry, nigga.
And he didn't. But see,
50 Cent said, "Come here, little boy."
But see, that's the thing though. Is after a while, you done came out with so much great shit, right? It's kind of hard to kind of keep on keeping on, right?
That's Lil Wayne.
You don't think so? You don't think he gets fucking where it's like, okay, well, I done hit this, and this. Right now, it's like, well, damn, where else can I go?
Was good though.
Not really, because I think niggas like 50, you know what I'm saying, they operate different than everybody else. So they not gonna really attach their name to some shit that ain't gonna really take off. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit that. Or is that really
due to seeing some of the stuff that Tyler Perry's already put out and already have your mindset? Okay, well, you know, here's this twist here, here's this twist.
I think that's been 50 since the beginning. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga.
I can respect that because I remember when you're the one that told me about Power and was like, yo, you need to watch fucking Power. And I had never heard of it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And he was like, you watch Empire? I was like, no. And he was like, well, Power is fucking like 100 times better than all that shit.
Yeah, I ain't really fuck with Empire, bro. That shit was.
No, well, you remember they had the little beef where they felt like.
Right, I had heard about it, and I didn't.
Empire was.
They came out about the same time,
right,
you know what I'm saying? But
right.
I mean, it wasn't even like close. Like,
well, I just know that you had told me that, and from that point on, I was like, okay, I came in at maybe what? I think it came in at season 3.
Yeah,
I think it came
season
in
2 or 3.
2 or 3 at me at the end.
Yeah.
And that blew my fucking mind. I was lost.
Well, no, I started watching Power like, I don't know, not too long ago. I wasn't watching it before. I had never heard of it. Then I just watched it, you know, watched all the episodes and then got caught up.
That's what I did with Shameless.
I've been following the episode. I couldn't watch Shameless. Shameless was Shameless way too weird. It's too quirky for me. Shameless is like some other shit. It's like it really don't put you in a good space for me. That shit is just dysfunction after dysfunction on that bitch.
That should be funny though.
Not to me.
None of it. Well, you probably
in the beginning.
You didn't let it.
In the beginning, I watched it, but after that, it was like, nah, I can watch it.
That shit's wild.
Yeah,
that shit's wild as fuck.
Them niggas come up, then they fall off,
man, and then come up with some innovative ways sometimes on how to come up with some shit.
Yep, like them niggas is pretty fucking crafty, my nigga. Like,
you think like.
Cause the first couple seasons I was like, but then like when Carl started getting older and shit, I was like, that's my nigga, bro. Like, I fuck with Carl, dog. Like,
he don't get no fuck.
Hey,
he gonna get it done.
Yep. I was like, that little nigga right there is official. But yeah, man, fucking the finale, I give it to him.
Well, shout out to 50. You know what I mean? He been doing it for a long time anyway, so I want to, you know, give a nice little salute to, you know, to the man.
Yeah. Yep. We toasted up.
Shit, we can. You had me at 18.
I ain't gonna lie. What we've been rocking with 50 since what? Since the original, since the first album, right?
Get Rich or Die Trying, right?
Right.
No. Fucking,
I didn't know about him
Get Rich or
before
Die
then,
Trying.
me personally.
Yeah.
I know I used to rock the fuck out of that damn album like a motherfucker.
Yeah, because like back then, like I was like a real big fan. Like it was like I was a big fan of like Chicago, like rap and fucking
Midwest
New York
type.
and
Gotcha.
and West Coast and like underground like South shit. Like around the time that nigga like Chameleonaire and fucking Slim Thug and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But when like 50 came out, like him and Fabulous, bro, like when them niggas came out, I was like, man, these niggas is fucking ridiculous.
Taking crazy.
Yeah.
No. Fabulous. Fabulous, when he hit that breathe, that shit was a different level. Motherfuckers wasn't around for that, so they wouldn't know what that feeling be like. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't be tripping sometimes. Now I get that feeling.
I mean, when that you can't deny it with Nate Dogg, bro, like
Yeah,
that hoe used to come on like when a nigga was getting ready for school, like fucking what was that show that nigga Tyrese fucking it was on MTV, like the MTV morning shit.
Yeah.
Like where they played the videos and like whatever it was. It was
Who?
the videos the video show that used to come on in the morning. I think it was called like MTV Jams or some
Yo,
shit.
MTV Raps.
Nah. It
Yeah, I know
was
what you're talking about.
that was like nigga, we wasn't watching that shit.
That was
First thing
like,
that came to my mind.
it's like 1982.
Yeah, we was
First thing that
definitely
came to my
not.
mind.
I think it was just called like MTV Jams or some shit like that. Like I think Tyrese used to host it or somebody. Like it would come on like in the morning, like
Nah, I
right
know what
before
you're
school.
talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That was back when MTV used to play like videos like most of the day and shit.
Yeah, most stations used to play videos like that most of the day. BET and all of them. I think they used to play gospel at the time or some shit.
Yeah, you wake up early in the morning, it'll fucking rather be like a fucking infomercial on or something while you getting ready.
Pastor Curly Thomas. God, your
Bruh.
miracle.
That's how niggas used to get caught watching Uncut. Cause like once that shit over with, that nigga come on.
Yeah, bro, that shit was wild.
Yo.
The TV be low to the motherfucker,
Shout out
and
to
then that nigga
Uncut.
come on.
They
and
used to be. They need to bring that shit back. I watch BET if they bring Uncut back. Y'all ratings will go up by like probably 120% if y'all bring back Uncut. Like,
bro,
what? Uncut used to be hidden.
all the unknown niggas that you didn't know.
Chop style.
Why?
What's up?
Girl,
At the beginning of it was like niggas that you knew,
Stay
and then
on
after
my
a while it was like niggas that you
mind.
didn't know.
White girl. Remember that shit, bro?
Yeah.
That shit was stupid as hell. They
Bro,
used to have all that stupid shit on there.
yup. Bro, what was that one shit?
What we pulling up to, though?
50, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. One shot for the longevity. Speaking of longevity, shout out to Gotti once again. Update on the Yo Gotti situation. They got a lot more prisoners that have passed, so you know, RIP to them. And man, really got to do something about this motherfucking bullshit going on. I'm glad that some people out here keeping it solid. But yeah, the Yo Gotti album is fire. Go get that shit.
Yeah, I heard a couple tracks. I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all heard that Wayne?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all like it?
I have mixed feelings. I heard people say certain things, but from my opinion, some of it's like, but to me, it's Wayne. It's Wayne. What do you expect? Every time he does something, he always evolves into something different.
Yeah.
He always.
Yeah, you
evolves
got to
into
give
some-
it to him.
Right.
Cause
He always evolves into something different, and then whatever he evolves into, he masters that entity of whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I think. I think this is one of those beginning things of, okay, well, I'm gonna go with this style. I'm gonna go with this.
Yeah.
I have some of me personally, I think some of it's like his first Wayne. It's just some of his shit that I hear. I was just like, ooh, like, you know what I'm saying? But You know what I'm saying? Each his own when it comes to listening to certain things. You know what I'm saying? But I don't
Like the block is hot, Wayne, or like the Carter one.
The Carter one. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like I said, each his own.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those type of situations where, different vibes come through different ways at different times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
I mean, that nigga he always been somebody that like reinvented himself and shit. Like nigga did a rock and roll album. Like you really just can't like box that nigga into. Because whenever that nigga get in there, he gonna do whatever the fuck he want to do.
Right. I mean, he does have that and I know a lot of people clown on it, but here we go again. You took something and you owned it like a motherfucker, right? And because everybody else was like, ew, did that, you took that and made how much off of that? And continued to own that situation until it ran to that well ran dry.
Well, here's what I think. I mean,
shit, this motherfucker.
I feel like he was rapping his ass off. I just feel like it sounded more like a mixtape for me than an album. But I feel like he was rapping his ass off like on some like shit. I feel like I can't remember the track, the one where he was like rhyming all them shits with like Antetokounmpo and shit. But I feel like he took that flow and then he just made it an album. But that's more of like a mixtape sound.
But he done that with a lot of things in his past. Like he's taken things like he done said on a course and then just made that into a whole song, and then made this into a whole song, and then made this into a whole album because
I mean, a lot of niggas do that.
Right.
Yeah, but
it's
not,
a part of the game.
But he haven't done it on like a how can I say? He done it on a album like Carter 3.
A veteran album?
Yeah, those
okay, some of his
like
older things
albums.
that he's done?
They sound like albums, but not like...
Because when it's an album, it got a like certain flow to it.
Yeah, it's got a certain sound, certain
niggas might
quality.
design it a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Like Lil Wayne in the Game and Fabulous and a couple other niggas, like they like real good at like designing the album, like track 1 through whatever it is. It's gonna kind of flow together, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and this shit just was more like you got mahogany beats it up in the dance, whatever. I ain't gonna say it. Mahogany. You know, when he was like mahogany bitches all on my dashboard and all of that. But I ain't wanna, say it and then I don't know if I don't wanna get sued, nigga. But as far as the songs right after that, it'll be something that'll be like a hard ass like rap track. Then right after that, it's like something with like some white person singing on the hook, and I'm like, I don't like crossover pop shit like that. You know what I mean? I like that hard shit, key glock. You know
but he always, Lil Wayne always like.
But that's where we go back to. He keeps on evolving into the next. The whole point in that situation, I think, right, is to keep your fans. Right, your fans is what your money is.
I think he did 138,000 the first week.
138,000. Solid copy. Yeah. Very solid number. I mean, of course you're gonna sell that. Yeah. I mean, make no mistake, Wayne's still one of the biggest names in the game. Wayne has already reached a point where he cannot fail anymore because he is
his name in general.
Yeah, once he self-proclaimed himself the best rapper alive, and niggas was like saying that shit in clubs, like.
Well, he been doing this shit almost 30 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm saying like from a staple in like, you see what I'm saying? He can forever tour. Wayne could tour off of like how you say he about to start touring off his mixtapes. Well, depending on which mixtape he picked, he got so many. He had 1 year where I think he released 77 mixtapes. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that was 1 year. That wasn't, you see what I'm saying? That was just 1 year. That wasn't all of his content and that was 1 year.
Yeah. I think he fits to drop a Dedication 7 or some shit in the summer or before the summer. That's what I'm saying. When you go
talking about
like this nigga back on it, bro.
You know what I mean? You got Sorry
No
for the
Ceilings
Wait.
Was so
No
man.
Ceilings. You got all of this shit.
Bro,
and then
No
you chewing out the
Ceilings
mixtape.
was
You see what I'm saying? You get to pick and choose which one it is. I mean, you forget about the shit like Beat Without Bass.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, okay, my letter's so soft. You know what I mean? But don't think I ain't hard.
Man, fuck it. Him and Drake need to do something again, bro. Cause
That's what I'm saying.
Lil Wayne and Drake, Hell Yeah Fucking Right came on the playlist the other day, bro, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot how fucking fire this hoe was, nigga.
Well, yeah,
like,
y'all forgetting when Lil Wayne and Drake did the mixtape together.
Huh?
You remember that when Drake was first coming up and Lil Wayne and Drake did mixtape together?
Man, them niggas shit always was flames, bro. Like, them niggas can't miss, really.
Well, Wayne, don't get me wrong, Wayne, that's what I'm saying. Wayne is at the point where he can make songs without trying. So it's like, sometimes you don't feel the real heart in him because he ain't really gotta, like, these shits ain't trying to prove nothing. He ain't trying to prove he the best rapper no more. He ain't trying to, you see what I'm saying? Like, all of that's already established. He's just rapping, just giving you back and giving you that shit. And it's fire. That's like I said. Like I said, that shit is hard. But it just sounded more like a mixtape. It didn't sound like an album for me. That's all I'm saying. But, I mean, Wayne's still, like I say, one of the biggest names where if you're talking about...
I did hear somebody say that they felt like some of the songs was like older songs. So that might be why it kind of felt like a mixtape, because, you know, a lot of the times niggas kind of like put mixtapes together. Like, they don't really like give them too much thought. Like,
they just throw it together and then here, this is what I have.
Well, when you're talking about...
I mean, when you a nigga like Wayne that don't really write and you just like go in and you like fill it in and shit, like, you could do like a new mixtape in like a day or so if you want to.
Yeah. Well, when you're talking about
some
Wayne
people said
with
it
his
sounded like he was older.
With his situation, yeah, that's what you gotta understand. Wayne be to record all of his music that he been recording over the past 4 and 5 and 6 years that he can't release because him and Baby going through the shit they going through. So he's just not at the point where
he can do that shit.
You see what I'm saying? To even release the music. So yeah, some of that shit probably is though, because you gotta realize, like I say, that he don't have no way to get the shit off no other way. He didn't have opportunity to release it. Him and Baby was locked in that shit to where he wasn't able to do nothing really. I mean, and that boy Baby, you know, wasn't playing with him. Wasn't playing ball. Wasn't, you know what I mean? Remember, that's what the whole Young Thug situation became, that beef in the first place. That's how they fell out. When Baby pushed Wayne album back for a Young Thug release. That's when all of that shit was like, oh,
and
damn.
then that nigga dropped a Barter 5. And
Yep. It was like, damn, bro. You really don't even fuck with me like that. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Like,
and it be real Lil Wayne fans, bro, that fuck with Young Thug, and I be like, bro, I ain't even supposed to get this nigga. Like, that's like the ultimate disrespect right there, bro.
Well, I ain't gonna say I don't listen to Young Thug, cause
I mean, he got a couple songs that I jam. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like some of the newer shit, but like, I'm not gonna give him too much of my shit.
I ain't like I'm a diehard Wayne fan, and he ain't my
like,
brother and nothing like that. So I mean, I ain't gotta like dislike Thug.
I got Wayne in my top. I give him top 5 to top 10. So like,
oh no, yeah, rapping wise, I definitely put him in my top something. But like for me to say, what? But
top something.
But for me to say that, you know what I mean, I'm gonna not listen to another top artist of his generation. I'm not gonna not do that either.
I mean, shit, his generation got to make the numbers look like he one of the top artists. Like, that nigga Young Thug, he'll drop and his shit be like 18,000 copies the first week. I'd be like, bro, like, I thought you had like.
Oh yeah, nah, that shit be weird as hell. But the thing is, I think it's more because he's a stream, like he really, you know what I mean, of that newer era where it's really more about digital. So yeah, that's the case. And in terms of copies, that's what he might sell. But same token,
I mean, the streams, like if you get a certain amount of streams, them hoes count towards sales.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you look at streams and stuff like that, like concert ticket prices and stuff like that, like his shit is ridiculous. That's that's factual.
Let me ask a question.
Like the book Young Thug, what you
Yeah.
think that costs?
When question, do y'all know if
Give him about
if you're an
75 to
artist-
100.
Right, you see what I'm saying?
If you're an artist, do you get to self-proclaim on how you are being, what you're being rated as number-wise when it comes to booking a show, or is that just going based off your numbers and all your management type
I
situation?
think it go more off of a number of things. It's more about what people.
Yeah.
It's a
How
site.
the
It's
demand is.
Yeah, the
It's a-
demand
yeah,
is
it's
gonna
a
set it
psycho-
off.
it's-
Period,
it's a
because the
psychology.
demand is gonna decide whether you a club or a arena nigga.
Right.
Off top.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
that's
Okay.
where that's
So-
gonna come in.
Okay, so off top, you're an arena type individual, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think, or
By the way, something Young Thug just did went platinum, so I don't know about him not selling that about 18 copies or what 1,000.
I mean, like, I'm not saying that that's the exact number, but like whenever he drop, it'd be like something that you don't expect.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
no, his
I'd
numbers-
be like, bro, this is
Yeah.
Young Thug, and like,
so if he was to be booked at an arena, what do you think the minimum of being charged, or what he would be paid for
oh, you a
to perform? At
Oh
the
no, that's what I'm
arena?
saying. Like he like $100,000 show type
Minimum.
of dude. Yeah, like yeah. But that's what I'm saying. We in the era where what y'all got to realize is people these is kids and stuff that be at these shows and shit now, and they don't buy shit because they didn't come up in the era where they needed to. Like they ain't no CDs needing to be bought. Yeah, they going to the show. That's why Young Thug costs what he costs. Cause yeah, they listen to all Young Thug shit, but they don't have to buy a CD. Ain't nobody got no damn CD players no more. Like that's some shit for the 80s babies and shit that like to do
Yeah.
that shit. Like I got a
Yeah.
homie and he like to collect CDs and read.
I
The
mean, I don't
cases
think
and
nobody
shit.
really fuck with. Yeah, I mean, I used to do that shit like back in like 2010,
Man.
bro. Like,
The other day, I was fucking. I was going through some songs on YouTube, and I came across a song, and I was like, "Damn!" You know how when you hear a song and it automatically brings you back to that memory of whatever you were doing at that time when you heard that song,
Yeah.
like instantly. I was like, "Damn!" I remember I was on the bus with the old CD player, with the CD in that bitch, fucking headphones on. I was just like, man, times have changed so quickly in such a short amount of time.
Oh
you know
no,
what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying. But
CD players to streaming. I mean, like you said, Sam Goody, fucking Music Warehouse, Circuit City.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
fried
Right,
music
right.
and all of that.
It's like, damn.
All that shit. It used to be the thing.
nigga used to be little as hell. Man, my parents used to. I used to
Drop
go
you
in
off at the mall. I'll be
Yep.
back in 2-3 hours.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Good luck, because there is no phone.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, so when you talking about the era we in, go look up some what the videos got in terms of views and shit. We talking about somebody like Young Thug, or go look at who these new artists is saying that is the people they was inspired by, or you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, when I be talking about when I was talking about his numbers, that was more like the first week shit.
yeah,
And it's just like his shit accumulate really, you know what I'm saying, over time, because he got that core fan base that's gonna fuck with him regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I kind of thought Rich Homie was gonna have that same thing, but it didn't really work out that way.
well, that's Rich Homie fault. Rich Homie done squandered. Rich Homie became weird. Let's keep it a bean. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he became weird. Like, odd. Like, what the fuck is going on with Rich Homie? What the fuck is where the fuck is Rich Homie? Like, why the fuck is
I be
there's
seeing him doing
something.
interviews and shit.
Yeah.
He be saying
and
he
then
got
he
music
always
coming.
right, and then he always saying that shit like, how hard nigga go buy motherfucking a mic and a motherfucking laptop and you see what I'm saying? If nothing else, like what you mean? Like, and those songs, like no, he be acting weird. He one of those emo artists. It feel like, you know what I mean?
You said
No, I'm
emo.
just saying we in the era where, you know,
I had
people
asked the wife the other day. I
people
was like, "What's
be
an
getting
emo?"
famous more. I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing it as a trend. Like every day, I'm hearing about artists that blew up, and then they all, I don't want to be famous. I don't like the fame. This isn't the life for me. Please, no cameras. I can't handle it.
That's a
Like,
demographic that
like,
needs that though. You got people that are looking for that. They're like they'll watch things, but then they won't because they don't want to be
nah. I mean, you
totally involved. So that here again we have a fan base that's being untapped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, well, I'll be so humble in the picture of like, no, I don't want this. But in real life, it's like, shit, nigga, give me all this shit. Like, give me everything that you got because I'm tapping into a resource that's not familiar to the normal fan base. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So here we go again, and it's just like anything. It's investment, right? So it's a risk because now it's like you could maximize on it during the time frame and era of what's going on because 10 years, 15 years ago, you wouldn't been able to do that shit. Everybody looked at you fucking sideways.
Right.
Like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, oh, please don't look at me. No.
Right.
No. But I'll buy your fucking, or stream your shit, you know.
Oh, no, they just be acting helpless, and then everybody want to be like, it's that we in that suicidal era. It feel like everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody is depressed. All these, and rightfully so, because they out here popping whatever the fuck they popping from age 13 to 24 or 22 or 21. By the time you do that, this motherfucker be into antidepressants and all types of anticoagulants and hallucinogens and
I mean, niggas be thinking that shit is new, but that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we went to a different school than a lot of people.
Nigga, I don't care what any. Okay, so for our time frame, we went to a smaller school, but I don't care what.
I mean, like the demographic wise, like.
Right. But you can't
so like
tell
those
me that,
people,
but we still were exposed to a lot of those.
Yeah, that's
things.
what I'm saying. Like a lot of the shit that we went to like a mostly white school,
right?
So like a lot of the shit that like the black community is like doing now, like popping the pills and doing all that shit. Like when we was in like 7th, 8th grade, 9th grade, it was like people that was already
doing that,
like on that shit,
right?
Like when it was if you wanted every now and then and like 7th or 8th grade, if you wanted to get some good weed, like, you could just holler at one of the white dudes, bro, and that nigga, hey, or one of the Asian dudes.
Nigga, that worked until all the way up to like junior year of high school. No bullshit. That's what he said is how it pretty much ran. No bullshit. I don't care who you were within a 30-mile radius. No bullshit.
Yeah, that's why when they be like the opioid epidemic, it's like, wow, now I'm like,
the different Vicodins and codeines and
like them niggas was already on them hoes,
right?
In third period, nigga.
Right. You be like, what the fuck?
Like this nigga over here like this,
right?
See, no, the difference was though, all those people would moderately learn to shake back in most cases, and or not do it no more. Like now we in a more of an abusive time frame where you see what I'm saying. Like these cats taking 4 or 5 Xans. Like you understand?
We talking
about like
I'm talking about the same shit.
Like, I took half a Xan one night, and I knew after that night.
No, I'm talking about for 10 years straight. They doing that shit, and then
I mean, shit, nigga. Back when we was in high school, it's still niggas that I know that still on them hoes, like
right, and they dick don't work.
I don't know anything about that.
That's what I was finna say.
I know there's a lot of side effects to those types of situations.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
So they be like
just
24,
and they like this shit is like new now. Like,
no,
that shit be wild.
Right. You know, but I mean, everybody, you know, it's a battle. No matter what time and era of the situation. No matter what you deal with, right? Because every generation, every era has a time frame of trauma and challenge and, you know, things to triumph over. But this is one of them of this time, and it's just crazy how it became, because I never thought that pills would be such a big thing like this. Like I remember when I first tried and first introduced to those types of situations, right? Take a half Xan, fucking a white boy, or Xan, so that's now times at the time half full bar, right? And fucking drink some liquor, my nigga. I remember drinking the liquor, and then after that I remember waking up with my boxers like, what the fuck happened? And then I was feeling sick as fuck. I remember having like brief like random like memory like flashbacks, but I couldn't remember, like I couldn't put them in order at the time. It wasn't until like the day after like I slept again, then I started putting shit in order, and I could remember somewhat how the night went. And then I had all my other friends that were around me at the time fill in the blanks.
Fucking junior or senior year, when we had already moved over there by Seguin.
Yeah.
And fucking Lil Joe, that nigga was like one of the
fucking,
few
the
black dudes
at the time that introduced. Oh my goodness.
Bruh. So, man, we like in fucking, 11th or 12th grade, and fucking, he had moved from that one crib, and then he had moved to the other spot.
In that other somewhere.
Not too far, but
right in the
man. This nigga was like, "Hey man, here you go. Go ahead and pop this shit." I'm like, "All right, 4 bar." Zan.
But wasn't familiar at the time.
Zan.
Yeah, but
you know
wasn't familiar. We were
did.
just. I just remember seeing the notches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" The whites and the yellows.
Yeah. Had like the little footballs and fucking different kinds.
I've seen it. I've sold it, but I'm just kidding. I ain't never sold it.
Yeah.
But I've never seen like none of that really in person because I don't be dealing with it.
Yeah, I mean, well, shit, we was around
like I said,
a lot of shit.
It was a lot of those situations. It was crazy because it was just introduced.
Yeah,
you literally had to fucking here you go, and it was just like, oh shit.
It wasn't.
You
like,
either gotta fucking nut the fuck up and be like, okay, well, fuck it.
We wasn't in the hood, but like it was the access that the community had to shit was.
It was ridiculous.
It was wild as hell, bro. Like
it was ridiculous.
Like, this how y'all giving it up over here?
Right.
And I don't live too far from there now.
Don't get me wrong. I definitely know when you hang with certain people, they be offering you some hell of drugs. I just never was able to partake. I just never felt like I wanted to do it.
Well,
that was the only time.
That was on my mind.
Well, yeah, but okay, well, see.
I went to fucking Taco Bell with 2 homeboys, and I remember what I ordered, and I woke up at the crib.
Where's Taco Bell?
The one on
Little
Cooper.
Road? Oh, Cooper Street.
Yeah, because they
was
dropping me off. Yeah.
Damn.
And then because I stayed over there by Seguin, so I was good. Was you there?
Shit, no. I remember. I can't even.
I remember who was driving, and the other dude was there, but I don't know if anybody else was with us because I was out of there. Like, I don't remember eating. I don't remember doing none of that shit. I remember hitting the drive-through. And then I woke up and I was in my room and I was like, what the fuck? Never again.
Let me ask you a question. You ever drank Night Train?
What's that?
You ever? Okay, so you've had MD 2020, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you've had Boone's Farm, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Night Train is like probably beneath those.
Yeah, that's
right?
like the worst shit I ever had, bro.
When you talking about like, it's like probably liquid lean without the lean, but the fucking consistency of the lean. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that is the.
And it's called Night Train.
I don't know if they even make it anymore, but when we first,
he was like 14 drinking that shit, bro. Because it was a spot that we could walk it and like we could get whatever we wanted.
No, I think it was a little bit older than that. You sure?
I think we was like 14 or 15.
No,
okay.
Well, explain this then. How did we get over there? Because I know a lot of times.
A lot of the times I went with Rome.
Okay, well then that's different.
Because he was older than
a lot of times that I went over there, I was already driving, so they was like 17.
And Nelvin. Like,
Okay,
nigga,
that's different.
Yeah.
That's different. Then so you were a whole different ball game when it came to that.
And then Trey knew the spot. Trey knew
yeah.
the spot that we could go and we could get the liquor from and shit. So once I found it out from him, then I was like, boom, nigga, because me and him used to go.
You talking about off that spot up there, over there, with the little trail right there, that go over there, right there, the little small shop right there, over there, and over there, right there. Yeah, I know Jumbo right there.
Yeah. So I caught on to that hoe early, and I was, you know what I'm saying, all the older dudes be like, hey, nigga, where y'all be getting it? So, shit, fucking a couple of other niggas would be like, hey, so I would always be taking niggas out there and shit. That was some shit that fucking niggas picked up sometimes just because of the fucking name. Like, oh, shit, nigga, like, we 14, like, Night Train, nigga, this whole,
it's something
Thunderbird, nigga, like,
no, it's definitely
trash.
Horrible. It is one of the worst.
So that brings me to ask the question: do y'all think they market that shit to kids?
No. Honestly, no.
When it be colorful and shit like
No,
that?
it was not.
It wasn't colorful
At all.
We was just going in picking shit off the name, bro. We
So I'm saying,
14,
like,
my
Mad
nigga.
Dog,
Like,
Mad Dog and shit.
No, Mad Dog.
Mad
yes,
Dog,
the colors, yes, I can believe that. Yes, 100%, I can believe that.
because that's
But Night
from
Train was
generation
not.
to generation. We said that on another one. Like,
Right.
niggas is MD'd up, bro. Like,
Right.
oh shit, nigga, Orange Jubilee, nigga. Oh, nigga, the blue raspberry. Like,
I remember they came out with that the lemon lime that one time.
The
that was
green
clear.
boy?
No, it was clear. They came out or maybe the key lime or the lemon lime that was clear at one point. Put that bitch in the water bottle. Hit that hoe. I never did that because I couldn't be drunk at school. I never did that. High, yes.
Yeah.
Drunk, fuck. No.
Nope.
I was never that one. I was always drunk later in the evenings. You know, where I'm secluded somewhere.
I never did none of that shit in high school. Cause
Really?
What?
Yeah.
You didn't partake in any of those types of events or activities?
Nah, I smoked before one time.
Weed?
Before practice. And I was
Football practice?
Mm-hmm.
That was daily.
I was trying out for different positions. That day we happened to be trying out for different positions, and man, I was not on my A game.
Oh, nigga, I don't know what it is, bro, but
He was known to fucking smoke before a meet,
Yep.
before a track meet, and fucking.
I'm smoking before the track meet, nigga.
That's why he was always named Snoop. He'd be like, "Oh, what's he doing? What is he?" Oh,
No, I ain't smoke.
but
I
then
ain't,
you find out now,
I ain't drinking nothing.
smoking was drinking no. But
I ain't
smoking-
start even drinking or nothing until I was like 21.
That's not bad. That's good.
Yeah.
We started drinking I didn't start drinking at 14. I started drinking when I was like
Not
7.
even
I started
on, like,
smoking when I was
not even
12,
on,
and I
like,
started
no cap
drinking
shit
when
for
I
the
was
cans.
14
That
or
just
15.
it wasn't in my
I was always
regimen.
with older like people, like playing sports. Like whenever you,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just wasn't in my regimen.
yeah. And then I was on varsity and shit. And I'm like with the niggas that's like seniors and shit. So it's like, hey, nigga, like
Well, I ran.
we going to
long
this party,
distance
nigga. You got to
and
roll
shit.
because like
Right.
I bet.
Yeah.
Like after the track meet on a Saturday, nigga, like we finna go over here. We finna go do this shit, nigga. Like,
I ran long distance and shit, you know. So it was like, you running long distance, you can't be doing too much.
oh shit, nigga.
I know you probably did because you made it like rubber bands or some shit. So I'm just snap back. So
Yeah,
yeah.
my bad. Yeah, no bullshit.
So I can believe that. You know what I mean?
He's not a normal individual. We've had those conversations before.
Right.
You're just not.
Well, I mean that's obvious from what he order and eat.
Right.
Feel me?
This motherfucker, right? Yeah.
Uncivilized Leviathan.
Niggas be hungry, man.
Niggas be hungry.
So he
The
ordered
niggas
a
be
brontosaurus
hungry.
bones and shit.
Man.
How you eat a whole? Why you on there fucking eating the rib from Flintstones?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know at the beginning where they
Whole
fucking-
Neanderthal.
They show the rib and they bring it on the car and they fucking lean over. That's your ass fucking at the fucking Prime 13.
Man, the only picture that ever like get me is I had this big ass like mixing bowl full of gumbo. Was you there that night? I made that gumbo and I had that big ass white bowl. That nigga Smokey posted a picture of on Facebook with that hoe, and I was like, and it was like filled to the top, nigga. Like I made a big ass pot. Like,
damn.
You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit he be doing. That's the type of shit he be doing.
I had the fucking mixing bowl full of gumbo. Everybody else, somebody was sitting beside me with a regular bowl, and somebody was on this side with a bowl, and I'm just like,
That's serious.
Looking like a warthog. When I was a young warthog. But yeah, man. No.
and last week when I knew that you was eating at Spring Creek and I didn't even look at the bag.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was fat of you.
Yeah.
That was fat.
I was like, is that Spring Creek?
Baby D, like, you know, got the hostess coming out with the cream filling.
Bro.
That's wild.
But no, man. Switching topics. I was thinking about that Pastor Troy stuff we was talking about, and I seen Nas got a video with Lil Nas X now, so of course he cool with it, with everything, and I was wondering how y'all felt about the OGs kind of like embracing or being featured
Okay, so
on a lot of these new cats tracks.
Okay, so personally, you got it's a split when it comes to the generation, right? When it comes to the OGs, you got a lot of these OGs that are very open-minded, very evolved by what they've learned from the past, and they want to embrace these new things because of the things that you cannot change. You can't tell somebody what they are. You know what I'm saying? So some of these OGs have embraced that because they've been in that same situation. You know, they may have not, you know, issues with the type of people that they sleep with gender wise, but they do get judged on what, you know, how their style is, how they hold themselves. You know what I'm saying? And it's still a form of fucking prejudice, still a form of fucking hate, it's still a form, you know what I'm saying, of shit that people have an issue with, one way or another. And then you have the other ones that are very traditional, right? And I mean, sorry to say, but it's the truth of the matter. Very traditional, meaning that, you know, well, a man's supposed to be like this, and a woman's supposed to be like this, and you know, and
I mean,
this is the Old Testament, and blah blah blah.
I knew Pastor Troy was out of date when he said I wouldn't cop his CD. Like, once you say that, bro, like,
you know, I mean, no disrespect,
I'm like,
but some people don't want to get down with that.
Yeah,
you know, but
like,
then,
you not even keeping up with the terminology of what's going on right now. You don't give a fuck. You just trying to come in and make a statement, bro. Like,
right. Well, I mean, ain't
you
that the job of an OG?
A job of an OG is to guide the next generation into a better to a better way of what they did.
Yeah.
It is OG is not there to dictate how that next generation makes themselves be what they are.
Yeah.
The OGs are there to guide that generation into a way of better than what they did, no matter what it is, no matter how it is. Well, no, it depends on how it is.
Yeah.
Let me reverse on that one. But as long as in a positive form and not in a negative light in any way, you know. But here we go again. You can have a lot of OGs out there that would say differently and feel a whole different way in what I just said. They can, you know, no, fuck that. This is what we do. Da 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 da. X Y Z. Blah blah blah. More respect to you, gangster. More respect. But at the same time, you know, what are you trying to gain off the situation? Where are you trying to evolve? Where are you trying to end your legacy with? You know what I'm saying? Because Just like you said, Nas. Okay, well, he's known for this time frame, this time frame. Okay, he slept a little bit on this time frame. Okay, boom, he's back on this time frame, right? But just like any other artist, you got to be able to find somebody that's shining right now. Okay, boom, I'm gonna latch onto this one because this one feels that they share that same intensity, that same drive, that same passion about the music that I brought to the same era and generation during the time that I was there, okay? But in a different form. And we all know when it comes to fucking homosexuality and all the LGBTQ, please forgive me for not labeling all the name letters, but you know that's a fucking market. That is the fucking gold mine when it comes to fucking marketing and stuff like that. We all know this. Just keep it a bean, right? So if you're gonna latch onto something like that, we know that you're gonna, oh shit, okay, well, I don't like this, but I dig this dude, and we're gonna jump on this and we're gonna ride this motherfucker until we can fucking maximize the most that we can.
So you feel like it's just a money grab?
Sometimes.
A little bit of both. Because why? Because it's business, right? If you want to think from a business
it's just like the
view,
black community, like certain movies and shit, they'll market them to you. Like, niggas know. Like, everybody got a lane nowadays, you know what I'm saying? To where you could navigate through. If you pick this one and if you stick to it, then those type of people that think that way is going to eventually latch on to you.
Right.
So, niggas take advantage of it sometimes.
Right. And it's not a negative thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a very smart thing. Now, most people may not want to think about it from that point of view because they want to deal with the reality of, oh, well, no, that's not the case. I don't believe that he would be like that. I just think that it's this. And that's fine because he's still hitting that point of view too. Mm-hmm. So you can't sit there and say that he's not. You know what I'm saying? You're just covering 5 different categories of people's beliefs. And that's, from a business point of view, the best thing, right? Because you want to be able to catch this person, and this person.
I gonna say a private number like a bitch. Like, nope.
Yep, pretty much.
Shit.
On a Sunday too?
Yep.
Fuck off.
Negative. Like, nigga, you didn't even get the scam lightly, bro. Like, you doing this shit on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, no. But, no, that shit is definitely, a money grab every time, you know, them OGs. I feel like, you know, because it's a lot of artists that they could work with. And I ain't saying it's a negative money grab. I'm just saying that's what I think it is. You know, it never had no substance to it for me. And, I don't be rocking with it too much. But just thinking about that particular situation got me up on the Gayle situation. As far as my mind frame, have you heard about the situation that they ran into with Gayle, as far as just speaking out on Kobe and them just speaking out just about, I guess, what they think are the bad parts of people's lives in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, with me, it was like this nigga name was always around. Like, from 2003, from when the shit went down or whatever, till he died. You know, he was always visible. He was in the All-Star game. He was a champion. He was the fucking MVP. He was all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And, like, at them points where he accomplishing all these accolades, where he winning and Academy Awards and fucking all this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it when he die is this gonna tarnish his legacy? Because when he was winning the rings and he was passing people on the scoring list and all this other shit, like, it wasn't, he didn't pass number 10. Is the assault case or gonna hurt his legacy? He's number 5. Is the assault case gonna? He's number 3. Is the assault case going? No, he done won this championship. Is he he scored 60 points in his final game. Is this assault case gonna be a part of his? Right. Never. But once he died, we said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be the money grab. They gonna try to monetize this shit, and like, unfortunately, it's a part of the game. Mm-hmm. And I see people defending her online. Oh, she a 65-year-old woman. Snoop shouldn't have came in and said this. Bootsy shouldn't have did that. Blah, blah, blah. Niggas is fake girl dads and girl moms and all this shit. And it's just like, bro, like, for one, it's about human decency to start off with. You know what I'm saying?
One.
If the person is not there to defend themselves, you taught as a little kid to not speak on them. You know what I'm saying? And that's not like a hood mentality. That's just a mentality of you being somebody that should only talk shit about somebody to their face. You know what I'm saying? If I got a problem with this person, I shouldn't have to go to person B to get my point across.
Of course not. Like,
person A should be the route that I'm going at all times.
100%.
And when a person not there to defend themselves, then people like Snoop, who I could say, like, if you know Snoop, bro, and how West Coast and how Laker he is, like, you know why he spoke on it. You know what I'm saying? And I seen people say, like, if you letting Lil Boosie and Lil Duval and Snoop guide whatever you thinking about the situation over this old woman that's answering questions, like, to me, the way I felt about it is the way I feel when a black person get killed by a cop and they show a picture of him with a blunt. Or they show a picture of him drinking at a party or some shit. It ain't never the graduation pic. It ain't never the... It's always the most degrading shit that you could do to a black person when they die.
I fuck with that part right there. That's exactly where my head was at. My whole problem be, and moreover than anything, be the fact that within them doing that, they don't have that same energy for nothing else. So, like I've been saying for the longest, I'm seeing a lot of black degradation as far as just like, especially any stars or anything like that we seeing without a lot of convictions. No crimes are being as reported to be guilty of, or people being found subject to be guilty of. Now, of course, you got the Bill Cosby situation and, of course, the R. Kelly situation, which, of course, the R. Kelly situation still ain't unfolded, but the last two times he was acquitted. But then you got situations like where Snoop Dogg was speaking on it, where you got people like Oprah and Gayle that's taking pictures with Harvey Weinstein, and like I've said 100 times, you know, the dude had a $44 million lawsuit that he just settled. Any sexual assault lawsuit you settle for $44 million.
And wasn't one of them companies behind the fucking Michael Jackson documentary or some shit
like that?
Oprah
and them was behind it.
Yeah, so it's like, y'all didn't make this shit with this nigga here, but like now that this nigga been gone for a while, y'all think it's cool because the R. Kelly shit came out and they made some money. Now somebody else got to make some bread too.
Well, they could make one about Harvey Weinstein. That's my point.
But they not doing it. And like the people that's like, oh, Snoop took pictures with Trump and all that shit. Like, bro, like rappers back in the day wasn't really educated on what kind of nigga Trump was. Mm-hmm. They just knew the name Donald Trump was synonymous with money. Mm-hmm. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when Method Man and all these other niggas was like Donald Trump this and blah, blah, blah that. You know what I'm saying?
They were referring to the Trump hotels and
Empire.
Yeah,
like niggas wanted to be like that.
That was before.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Donald Trump, probably his first bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm. So y'all niggas trying to do all this trolling shit online and all that shit to be funny and shit, like, it's not cool, bro. Like, this nigga not here to defend himself, for one. And if Snoop want to step in and say, because I don't really know what type of relationship Boosie or Lil Duval had with Kobe, but I know Snoop gifted this nigga his Lakers old school after he retired. You know what I'm saying? Like Snoop, you see this nigga at Laker games, home and away. You know what I'm saying?
And of
like,
course,
that nigga's like Jack Nicholson. Like
just
he's
rocking with LA gonna have to rock with Snoop. So
yeah.
of course they're gonna have to be out there and involved. So we already know that. But that's my point. And then I mean with the situation that we talking about, wasn't this man acquitted?
Yeah.
Wasn't those cases dropped?
She didn't even want to. She didn't want to testify in court.
She was dismissed because the individual didn't want to testify in court.
Yeah.
And
So
it was dismissed. So it wasn't even.
To me, I kind of feel where Snoop was coming from because for one, like I could see where he would still be grieving because they haven't even put Kobe in the ground yet. You know what I'm saying?
They really haven't.
So like, if you see a clip of somebody do an interview about your homeboy and they asking disrespectful questions, like, do you not have the right to pick up your phone? And if social media is the place that you decide to go to, if you don't choose the right words at that time, that's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody get to grieve in their own way, and you can't really tell nobody how to handle a certain situation. And I feel like he was being real at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because this is exactly what happened every time somebody die. Somebody got to hold something over their head. You know what I'm
Well, I feel like, no, it ain't every time somebody die. It's every time black people die. And one time for Kobe, man. R.I.P. one more time for Kobe, man. But, yeah, no, I feel like it's when black people die specifically. I don't really see these scenarios. I don't really see these big old smear campaigns that they promote. Like, it almost be like they be getting paid to do this shit for real. Because it's like, you know.
You got to have the clickbait. You got to have.
Right, you see what I'm saying? We talking about some shit that as soon as you go back and research it, the first thing you going to find out is the man was acquitted. And then to be real, and this is just being real, and my God, I don't want no flack for this, but the scenario didn't sound all that believable in the first place as to how it went down. When we talking about the actual situation, and if we getting into that type of shit, I ain't going to talk too much on that, but just, you know, there's a big difference between an accusation and something that's actually proven to be truthful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that nigga said 17 years, bro, to
we're
get this shit off your chest.
But I feel like we're heavily in the era right now where accusations are way more like more prevalent, and they're way more acceptable just to do it. Like,
yeah, because as soon as the accusation is made, then you have to be removed from whatever you doing during the investigation. Like, nigga, you automatically fired. Nigga,
right,
like, and 6 months down the line, this chick, oh shit, nigga, that shit ain't really go down. And if it did go down, then you fucked. But sometimes they be like, shit, the shit didn't really go down. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go through with this shit.
And I ain't saying, no, again, that's what we saying. We ain't not saying shit don't go down, but just saying that not everything goes down, and accusations are very much so easy to understand when there's a big motive involved. And when we're talking about people with massive amounts of money, accusation is all you need, because even if you're not talking about them giving you the money, you see how it go. As soon as you allege something like that, what you getting? All these paid interviews and all these different talk shows want you to come on there and tell your story. You know what I mean? And these people be capitalizing on their money. That's all they want to do.
And it was fucked up. I was like, bro, y'all chose Lisa Leslie to like put in front of here and like ask the question, like, bro, like this nigga put on for the WNBA, bro. Like, finding out this nigga out there training the players and shit, bro. Like, why?
Well, and
then you want to be mad, talk about you got taken out of context and shit. But like, I mean, I understand like one question being maybe you could try to use that excuse for that. But when you keep running the questions in line, like, oh, you don't want to answer this? Well, here's the next one. You don't want to answer that? Then here's like, why? You wasn't asking this shit a month ago, 2 months ago. That shit wasn't on your mind. You wasn't thinking about that shit.
Well,
Nobody cared, bro.
No, more importantly, it wouldn't have been the same energy because see, what I've been noticing is people is they hate like it just be hate like while all this shit be showing me is or showing you or should show you is what how people really gonna do you if you pass. You know what I mean? Like a whole bunch of people gonna come out the woodworks that wouldn't walk up to you and say shit because they too pussy, but when you pass, you know that's their chance to get their shit off. Yep. And that's not saying, like I say, anything negative to anybody that's been a victim of sexual assault or anything like that, because you know those people deserve justice and stuff like that. But in situations where cases are dropped or acquitted, then I can no longer hold that to be a valid thing. Like it's either something that somebody pursued, and you see what I'm saying, like, and then they was acquitted for the case or they was found guilty, and then I gotta respect each one of those. For what
and I kind of feel like Snoop kind of may be able to relate,
but we in this era where
because
people
like when his time come, he might be like,
famously
is this
convicted
murder case that I beat a couple years ago gonna be held over my head? Is this gonna be a part of my legacy that niggas?
Oh no, that's exactly how they gonna do it. Some shit that's exactly how they gonna do it. It's gonna be Snoop Dogg was great. He sold multiple
Ray Lewis, fucking like all the niggas
I cannot remember the comedian. Y'all be wanting me to quote shit, and I be wanting to quote it. But it was a comedian or somebody that was saying that
Eddie Griffin.
Yeah, Eddie. I think it was Eddie. Yeah, Eddie Griffin. He was saying
that nigga's one of my favorites, bro.
Yeah, he was saying that
shout out to Eddie, man.
They ain't gonna let you get out of here with clean.
Yeah, he was
saying
I done seen all his shit.
Yeah. He saying that they ain't gonna let you get out of here clean. And what he meant was, if you're a black man, they gonna find a way to put something on your name, especially if you out there in the famous circuit. That's gonna always be able to be a pivot point on your legacy. Never like everybody gonna get that shit put on it. Like, let me give you an example. Lawrence Taylor, right? Great, one of the greatest linebacker defensive end of all time.
I think they could really consider him like one of the best football players of all time.
Period. Right? What's his knock, right? Drug abuse, right?
Yep.
Birdman, right? Miami Heat. Full-fledged drug abuser before. That ain't his image. That ain't what you know him for. That shit ain't talked about.
I mean, he really kind of reinvented himself.
Right.
Because he really could have ended up like Josh Hamilton from the Texas Rangers, because that nigga was like
you saying that like Lawrence Taylor didn't rehabilitate himself.
No, but...
you didn't even let me finish my point, though. My point was,
I don't really hear niggas really disrespecting Lawrence Taylor like that, though.
No, but it is a knock on him that he used to be high on the field, stuff like that. It's talked about.
I mean, shit, Michael Irvin too.
Right, and it's talked about, right? Like it's talked about. You know, what I mean by it's talked about is he didn't play when I was growing up. So how do I know about this shit?
I don't know that shit.
You see what I'm saying? How should I know this shit?
Yeah.
We
barely caught Michael Irvin.
You feel me? So how should I know this shit? But I have to find out. Somebody like Birdman is.
I mean, I really kind of found out like once I got older and I like rewatched like Waterboy, like what the kind of like joke was.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. But and I'm not saying it. And that's shout out to shout out to Birdman. Shout out to Lawrence Taylor. I'm just saying that it's a different perspective that it's painted in. One, you said it yourself. He reinvented his image. Lawrence Taylor was in the movie when he was saying this stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, but like Birdman wouldn't be on like the level of Lawrence Taylor because niggas don't hold him to that standard because he wasn't like a star player.
Yeah, but no. But he did.
He got a good story. You know
he did become a staple you do know the name. Like I ain't have to say his real name.
Yeah, Chris Anderson or some shit like that.
I ain't have to say his real name, and you go who. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know
I didn't even have to think about the
rapper.
Birdman. It
You
was
see what I'm
the
saying?
regular
Like,
Birdman,
that's
fucking
what I'm saying.
mohawk nigga with the fucking.
That's what I'm saying. And I ain't saying that these people don't put themselves in those scenarios. I'm just saying that when they put themselves in those scenarios, as a black person, that shit is gonna always be like you seen as soon as Michael Vick was even talked about as far as like Hall of Fame shit. Dogs.
The only the only
He's a
person
dog
that
killer.
I only
He's a dog
seen
killer. He's a dog
get
killer.
the treatment
Do y'all
that's not
realize
black
how
like
many?
that is Pete Rose.
Do y'all realize how many animals that went extinct in a time that Mike Vick went to jail, did his time, came back in the NFL, played his football at the hands of pure, rich white people and other races that are rich, like Asians and other races that are rich in Brazil and like the rich people go around shooting shit because they be bored. And they got big ass guns that they don't get to use on shit that they would like. So they got to use the shit on some shit that they can hit and not go to jail for.
On that platform that she's standing on, right? She's on a very high platform. We all know once you say Gayle, that automatically coincides with Oprah, right? And we know that Oprah's on top, right? And we know Gayle is associated with Oprah. And because Gayle's associated with Oprah, and on top of her own things that she's achieved, she's very well known, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we all know that when you get to a certain status, a platform of any sort.
Fuck that. Barbara Walters wouldn't have asked that shit.
Hold on.
Right.
Hold on. I'm getting to that point. You should know what to say and how to say these things, right?
Right.
Now, you know, as a black woman, I don't care what you say. You look in that mirror every day and
She got a touch.
Okay, you're a black woman, right? Now, you should understand, foundation, you're a journalist, right? You're a journalist. You should know how to play things and how to work things and how to word things, right? You're going to ask these types of questions. Now, let me be clear. Black history and black future should be year-round, right? We all agree with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we always talk about black history, but we need to talk about black future, right? So we go hand in hand. Now, with that being said, on that platform, you know what you're going to be looked at as. So why would you ask this type of question during this time frame?
Because she's out of touch. Like, I seen people be like, oh, you going to threaten a 65-year-old black woman. But I'm like, this is not her when she in her prime in the 90s, when she's probably like 40 to 50 something, and she
so
got
when you say
somebody.
out of touch, what do you mean by out of touch? What is she out of touch with the culture? Is
Yeah,
she out of touch with
because
her,
once you
her
say
roots?
because when I seen
Well,
that clip
I wouldn't
that you
say
when I seen that
she
clip,
out of touch. I feel like she
out of touch, and I think the people that's on her side are out of touch as well.
No, I feel like she very
when I seen
in
that
touch,
clip,
bro.
That
Bro, that's the society we in, bro.
I mean, it is,
They-
but
they-
somebody
we in
had
that-
to ask the question, and it just happened to end up being her.
No, that's what I'm saying. We in that society. We in that. People like her, she probably always been that way,
But
but could never be her true self. And then it's just a society.
But I think they already been their true self. If y'all niggas put out the Michael Jackson documentary and you doing all this other
no,
shit.
that's what I'm saying. It's in this
You
time
already-
that they start
Because,
doing
I
it.
mean, if you moving in this circle and you able to take pictures with Harvey Weinstein, like, there are stories of people like, oh, I knew this shit was going on, like,
And you just didn't say nothing.
and you didn't want to say
Right,
nothing. When she
right.
asked Lisa Leslie, like, do you not think that he did it because you're his friend?
That's the shit
Is
that pissed
that
me off.
Is that
That's
what you
right.
think? Because this is your friend?
Right.
But niggas don't want to talk about that shit.
Oh,
Niggas
well,
don't want to
right.
bring that into
Oh,
the
no.
equation
Right.
because
Well, no,
Right.
they just ain't ask it. They should ask. That's my whole point. My whole point. That's what I'm
I
getting.
analyze shit from both sides whenever some shit happen, so I could kind of get a feel for what everybody may think. I don't want to go in with my mindset to be like, hey, I'm speaking rash on this shit, when the other side may have a point, because a lot of the times the other side does. It might be some bullshit.
And people just don't want to talk about that because it might not benefit their own belief or their own thought behind the situation.
Yeah.
OJ is a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
OJ.
Black people don't want to believe that shit.
Right, but we all fucking know when you look at the evidence and you look at the fucking all the shit, damn. You can't say nothing but damn. Like, come on now, let's be real about it. Most people don't want to deal with that though. That's where ignorance is bliss. When people don't want to face the facts. Truth is sometimes pain. Sometimes you got to face that truth. You don't want to. That's fine. But understand that you.
That's why our parents listen to R. Kelly, like even after the shit was
right, because they're already
because they've been listening. They've been knowing about the shit since Aaliyah.
Right.
We heard the stories when we was old enough to get up there, but
or
we really
question it.
we didn't really
question it
find
at
out
that
about it
time.
to the Boondocks, kinda. So like,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Well, I found out about it when they had that sex tape scandal.
that was the Boondocks.
Not the Moon.
Chappelle show.
Well,
I'm talking about the original tape.
Yeah.
well,
High school.
yeah, that was. Oh yeah,
High
that
school.
was Chappelle.
03 Chappelle.
Chappelle,
Right.
yeah.
That's when it was.
I forgot about
at
that.
the peak of it all.
Yeah.
That's when it pissed on you.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh."
Because I think the
met a
Boondocks
girl.
covered the trial part. That
Yep.
was a couple years later after that. Yeah.
Yep.
Bet.
Right. Prime time.
But even with that right there, like I'm saying, we in a climate where I'm noticing, and I don't know how I feel about it. If I'm more sad or if I'm more scared or what. But
I can understand that being a mixed emotions of all.
we're in a climate where I just see a lot of bandwagon, like women specifically, are like very eager
It's
to.
not, I have on this topic. I haven't really seen women going too hard about it.
No,
My thing is like a
No,
lot of
not
the
the- no.
dudes is like, oh, she's 65, she old, that nigga Snoop and all these niggas is.
Yo,
Bro, to
Everything
be
I done
honest,
seen, that's-
okay,
I haven't
so
really
straight
seen
up,
No,
like,
no, I
when
mean,
you made the
There's a lot
movie-
of the females that I done seen been on.
I mean
Kobe's
the
side.
women of the Me Too movement, because that's what Gayle and Oprah and them are behind.
Okay,
Oh,
well
yeah,
then
they
that's
are
fine.
catering to
But
that.
understand that
But they can't cater to that and then be
people
try to expose the main. Because when you say Weinstein, bro, like if you look at that nigga
That's
name
my point.
and what his name is attached to when it comes, like me being a film student, bro, I looked back into like all the shit that the Weinstein name is attached to, my nigga, and
a lot of shit.
that nigga's a major player, bro.
Right.
Like,
And he been doing this for how long?
Yeah.
And getting away with it for how long?
so
Well, when you're a major player, what do you expect?
yeah.
No, well, that's the problem. You
make-
shouldn't
he make a
expect
lot-
that though. That's the problem because you shouldn't expect those types of things out of those types of people. Those key individuals that play those platforms.
Oh,
those
no, I
status,
don't mean you should
shouldn't
expect it.
that because
No,
it's damn.
I'm saying when you're a major player, what you expect when people gonna start acting looking the other way. Should still be on.
Well, just like anything, that person needs to be held accountable, along with all those other motherfuckers that fucking turn that goddamn head. Because what? You just as fucking guilty.
Yeah.
You just as fucking guilty as the motherfucker that's actually doing it. If you go out and get me some fucking whatever, you just as bad as me fucking being the person that's indulging in the activity. You know what I'm saying? It's guilty by association, right?
Yeah.
So all these individuals that played that, don't get me wrong, that person is still wrong. But think about all those people that fucking helped him get to that status of
Just
doing
kinda-
those things.
That's kind of like the fucking theory that niggas is having about that nigga Terry Crews. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Fucking.
Enlighten me?
So,
Oh, you talking about with the Gabrielle Union?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
like last year he was talking about the shit where the dude at the party grabbed his dick or whatever,
and then he didn't do shit.
Yeah, he didn't do
Told
shit.
his wife about it, but he didn't do nothing about it. Right.
And then I seen motherfuckers online talking about how he made a calm decision and how we had a public event.
Yeah.
Where a motherfucker just grabbed my dick.
Yeah.
Well, we at anywhere where a motherfucker just grabbed my dick. You lucky they don't got closed casket for you.
Okay, well, let me be honest here, and I'm not saying that it was okay, but I have seen individuals do that to other individuals, and they don't say shit. Now, understand during those circumstances, I don't know.
I've seen it like a joking wise, but I never seen it in
right.
sexual harassment.
Well, okay.
And even then, it's not cool with me.
What line do you find where it's sexual harassment to where you don't think it's where you think it's like jokingly?
If this was some like frat boy homies, and this
Rochambeau. Or like depending on how you do it.
But
like,
if I feel if
this
I don't
was
feel
some frat boy
if I
homies,
feel uncomfortable,
yeah, like frat boy homies, like Rochambeau,
bro.
Like,
but if you
we're talking about we're obviously talking about somebody that you obviously don't like interact with on any basis. This is like some director dude, and you're like an actor trying to get a role. Mm-hmm. Like this ain't got nothing to do with no type of interaction. Like what you mean?
Clearly,
like,
he felt disrespected.
Like a dude grabbing your dick. Period. Ain't no shit I'm doing, or even fucking with. I ain't never grabbed down one of y'all dick, have I?
No.
And I ain't never attempt, motherfucker. Like,
but it is a game called Rochambeau where niggas like either grab or kick you.
And I've seen in work situations where other individuals have done that to other individuals. I've seen where people have and I'd be like,
yeah,
don't bring that shit over here. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I'm saying even with that,
they do it and they just be like,
it's kind of like spunk where you slap a nigga books in school.
Right,
right.
Open chest where
open chest, like,
you know what I'm saying? But
I've seen that shit before.
I'd be like,
nigga.
like I said, in that situation where I'll be like,
cool.
Don't y'all ever come this way? But then I've seen it. I've seen it, and we'd be like, well, goddamn, is that sexual harassment? Or is that just horseplay? Yeah. And are you just using
or hazing?
Are you just using that card of hazing and fucking being just a guy and playing that card, knowing that you're just getting your rocks off in another way?
Yeah,
because
it could be a method for
that
you.
That has happened.
Yeah,
that was okay. I got a story for you real quick. Right, it's a crazy motherfucker. Okay, so. Back on the ship, there was a time. So 30 minutes before sunset, right? You darken ship. So you turn off all the white lights and you turn on all the red lights. You do that 30 minutes before sunset. So when sunset hits, fucking, you're already within that darkness mode. You don't open any outside doors. You know what I'm saying? Lean to the outside. Keep all those closed. Okay. So during this time, during darkened ship, red lights come on the inside. There is supposed to be no white lights. Now, on the inside of the ship, you can have some white lights, but usually it doesn't happen.
Right.
Okay, so in your berthing where you're sleeping at, where we were at, we had about 180-some, 200-some people, right? It was like 3 different departments that slept in our area. So it's a lot of fucking men. There's a lot of nasty shit that fucking happens, okay? So at darkened ship, you know what I'm saying, the red lights come on. You move throughout your berthing in these red lights. Well, some nights that it's, you know, we all have been working like 48 hours, 72 hours. We hit the fucking, some people hit the fucking just the black lights, meaning no lights, no white lights, no red lights, completely pitch black. You can't see this far. You know what I'm saying? You either got your flashlight and that's it, or your phone that you're using.
Yeah.
Okay? So those are usually the nights where you try to hibernation, trying to get your deep sleep until whatever. Well, there was a rumor that was going around called the Phantom Jerker. Okay? The Phantom Jerker. Supposedly there was rumors that was going around that people would be asleep, they wake up, and somebody jacking them off, and they not sure.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be something else. But that's still nasty too.
Right. They not sure if it was they dream or if somebody was actually in their shit, right? So,
bro,
mind you, this has been going on for about maybe.
That nigga still missed.
It's been going on for about 6 months, right? So,
Camera ain't gonna see it.
Finally, one night, that Phantom got caught, and fucking it was not a pleasant thing.
Somebody beat the shit out that nigga.
So the individual that got caught was the individual that he got caught doing it to was a individual that I work with. So I knew the individual, and we were the only besides the MAs. The MAs were allowed to have their weapons, obviously their firearms, their guns and whatnot. We were the other department that were only allowed to carry spikes and knives. And so I remember I was laying in my bunk and I had my DVD player like this, and I heard, "You motherfucker!" And I took my headphones off, like, "Oh shit!"
Oh man!
And fucking hear
Can you imagine, folks?
And you hear a
you
knife.
Sleep.
You hear a knife, just kind of. And we all have the knives that
someone is masturbating
like this,
you.
They flick open. Everybody in our department had these type of knives where you just, and they automatically flip open. So when it opens, you know what that sound is. So you're like, oh shit. So I'm gonna fucking kill you, and you hear it, and I'm like, oh shit. So I'm on the bottom of the bunk. So I roll out my shit, and I fucking get up, and I'm fucking going around the corner. I see my homeboy at the time. I see him fucking, the dude's running down with the guy behind him, and he got his knife out, and he's fucking charging down the fucking aisle. And the fucking, my homeboy that's fucking, large homeboy, fucking, Latin descent, fucking like 6 foot, fucking catches the fucking piece of shit, choke slams this motherfucker like the Giant. Fucking catches, ooh, pow! And fucking shit. And somebody else comes out the side of the fucking out the side of the other, because there's racks lined up all the way, comes up and catches him, stops him from fucking trying to stab him. Ooh. And he's trying to go like this, and fucking he's got this dude by the choke slam, and fucking he got him over here, and they fucking call the MAs down, and fucking you fucking find out about an hour later, because we were like, what the fuck is going on?
The Phantom Jerker.
Right. We fucking find out that he was turned out to be the fucking Phantom Jerker, and he thought the dude was asleep and went to go fucking try to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and that person,
that'd be crazy, bro.
It was crazy, man, because this went on for 6 months. Ooh. And within like a month, it'd be like 4 or 5 times where people would be like, yo.
Niggas thinking they having a wet dream or some shit like that, and it's fucking.
And so what you?
Because I don't.
Right.
If you ever lived with a female, bro, and you done ever been asleep and you done woke up.
We talking about some disgusting shit right now, by the way.
Bro, like that is like, you ever been like sleep and you done woke up and like your girl giving you some head or some shit?
Right.
And you're like, oh shit. Like,
you gotta, right.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, right. You're trying to come to consciousness.
Yeah, you gotta shake into what's happening. You gotta be realizing it first.
Like, so now niggas gotta get their shit together.
Now you fucking with somebody's head because you don't know what the fuck going on.
Cause like when you be sleeping, you be like, damn, bro, like, fuck, like, you wake up and you like, oh shit, I'm cool. Like, what the,
Right.
You can't be like, I bet, cause now it's like, what the fuck,
right.
Like,
that's what I'm saying, and
that's a whole different,
yes, and that went on, like I said, for 6 months, and people were fucking talking about it, like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, I woke up and my leg was crusty
and
as fuck.
Was the individual that found out, and it was not a good thing.
That is some bullshit, people.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you got to get rid of that motherfucker.
No bullshit. It was fucking crazy.
You got to get rid of that motherfucker.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. No bullshit.
The fucking
that dude,
Phantom Jerker,
It was, so everybody would, like how you just said, you were like, ha, Phantom Jerker. Like, people would laugh about it. Like, you'd be like, no. People be like, nah, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like and people be talking
I was
about.
I
like,
was
for
asleep
real.
last night, but it
Right.
felt so real, like a
Right.
motherfucker.
That's
like,
exactly what people would say, and so you'd be like, "What?" So
I
then
woke
you
up and
kind
my
of
leg was
paranoid.
crustier than a motherfucker. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
So how's he getting in? Like, what the fuck?
So you have to understand, we sleep in coffin racks, right? So I slept on like a bottom one at this point, and you got somebody above me right here, and then you have another individual that's above me right here. So that's 3 people, right? Some of them are 4 stack high, right? So you have a situation where you can have 3 right here, 3 right here, and then 3 right there, 3 right there.
Oh,
and
so
3
it's
right
like
there,
it's
3 right
like
there.
a big population. It's like
When I say 180 something people, I mean
penitentiary
100
style.
No, worse. We get
wait. So
at that
then,
time,
so
at
he
that-
he risking it all because
Right.
he like jacking off while like niggas is like around.
Yes. But I told you. What did I tell you? What did I tell you about the lights? What did I tell you about the lights?
Black light.
Black, completely black out. You don't see shit. And when this would go on, it's late. So you have to understand that people that get up and go on watch.
Yeah, because niggas probably used to a nigga beating his meat, like,
Right.
in the area.
Right.
Period.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, but how you used to a nigga standing around beating his
No,
nigga?
No,
bro,
but he
no,
probably-
you
people
don't
probably-
understand.
You
don't-
in the
hold
middle
on,
of the
hold on,
ocean
hold on,
and it
hold
ain't
on,
no-
hold on.
you know what I'm saying? You
don't understand.
probably-
You'll have like 5,
Penitentiary
6,
style, nigga?
You had like 5, 6, 10 motherfuckers around 3 screens watching porn. No bullshit. Just what the fuck y'all looking at?
Spank
Bro,
bank.
what the fuck are y'all watching this right now?
Spank bank.
Like, right. You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
can see
Right?
it.
Or you would have some people, right? You had some people that would fucking do things like that, open the curtain, don't let you be standing right there in their way. Right on your fucking leg. No
Yeah.
bullshit.
You better.
No
that's-
bullshit.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I've had motherfuckers
Breaking
where
the-
you
I'm
come
breaking
back,
the jaw.
If you on fucking duty, there's been people that came back drunk as fuck. No bullshit. Come down to your rack, right? Say you got a bottom rack. Open your rack. And they don't fucking understand what the fuck they're doing. Start pissing on your ass. Start pissing on you or pissing on your rack. No bullshit.
Damn.
No bullshit. You get your ass kicked.
Like sleepwalking or some shit?
No. Just being drunk. Just being fucked up. Then went out, had a good time in port, came back to the fucking ship, and they fucking...
Oh, they think they in the bathroom and they
And
done opened up
usually-
their zipper shit and
right,
they just like...
right. And usually
Oh,
the
golden
type of
shower.
people that do it are usually the same type of people that do it. You know what I'm saying? With the jacking off and the other thing. You know what I'm saying? That's where you start learning, like, damn, there's some really crazy dudes out here that do some crazy shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow.
When you
Yeah,
say
exactly.
crazy, you mean gay.
No?
I say wow. Because the motherfuckers be straight as shit, but they just do some wild shit that I just
Like
I
they,
just don't
they
get
be
down
straight
with.
and then they fuck a dude.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about anything about that. I'm just telling you about pissing and jacking off on fucking people. I'm just saying.
Because like I said, we went to school with like, it was like pranks was like big there.
Right.
You know what I'm
Some
saying?
jackass shit when it first came out. I get that. And like I
So
said,
like
when I hear shit,
like a lot of the shit that we done seen is like a lot of people will be like, oh nigga, like that right there, like
No.
that was like some daily like,
right.
because we seen some niggas like doing that shit. We didn't take part, but we've seen it like.
Or sometimes we did.
Nah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we did. No, I meant like as in like hitting somebody with a golf ball.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about. Let's be clear about that. Let's be clear. I'm talking about like shenanigans, like knocking over a porta potty when somebody's in
dude
it.
in
That's
it.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Or I'm talking about
No.
hitting somebody with fucking some eggs while they're in the car.
we've
That's what I'm talking
seen-
about.
Cause like hazing, it's like a whole different, and like
You talking about when somebody threw that chair at that somebody?
yeah,
Oh, that's
like hazing and
That's
shit.
like serious hazing.
We've seen like a lot of this shit. Like
No people. Man, listen. I'm from a
some of it
small
we was
place,
a part of it, and some of it we wasn't. But,
we didn't do no shit like that.
Were you with me with that?
If you did some shit like that, a motherfucker will knock your face off. Like,
we plungered a dude face one time.
bro, I break your face, bro.
No,
Like,
you know why though? Because the teacher had told us to fucking go get him because he was giving her shit.
Hey, bro, I would have broke your face.
You would have tried, but you wouldn't have been able to do it at that time.
Yeah.
At that time, you wouldn't have been able to do it. You would have got your ass rocked.
I would have discombobulated
You
your
would have
whole
tried.
life.
Yeah.
I would have gave it to you. You would have tried, but I don't know. Remember that person that showed up that thought he was gonna fucking take over the fucking school and had his own clique and then fucking.
Oh, yeah. So you know when Lil Wayne had the squad up shit after he fell out with like Juvenile and he was the 500 degrees and all that shit.
Uh-huh.
So it was this one dude. He was from fucking Arkansas. So, Alabama. So
Right,
we called
'cause
him
he was
Alabama.
Bama.
Yeah, I knew it was an A. Fuck that nigga anyway. So that nigga came up. He recruited all the niggas that he thought he could to go up against us because he wanted to be cool with us, but we was like, nigga, fuck you. Like, nigga, like we been doing this, nigga. Like we against the wall, like by the gym and shit.
I was telling you, we sit against the wall and shit.
And he wanted to come in and be like us, like, nigga, it's my first week, nigga. Like, I'm finna come in, I'm finna take care of this shit. So whenever he said squad up, like, it would be a couple niggas that would, like, go around him or whatever. So, like, one day, this nigga came over and he would, like, start talking shit to my nigga Giorgio. And he like, hey, nigga, you know what I'm saying? We gonna box, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, I'm gonna mop you up. I'm gonna fuck you up, nigga. And then the squad shit is we gonna run a school. So, like, all right, bet. Man, this nigga Giorgio beat the brakes off this nigga, bro. And that nigga didn't come back to the school the next week, bro. Like
He dropped out.
I don't know what happened to
He
that
did
nigga.
not show up. He was MIA like a motherfucker.
He never
Missing
came
in
back?
action.
He didn't come back.
No bullshit.
But like all the niggas that he had put in with the squad with him was cool with us. So
They come back and tell us like, yo, this dude talking.
he thinking that he fits the like, so like we got all your plays, bro. Like bet.
Well, no.
When I say we was like the mob, bro, like we
We was a country rap group. We sung country rap tunes. It was called UGL, Underground Legends. Yeah, it was 4 of us. 5 on a good day. There was
on a good day.
there was
yeah, that was pretty much how we rolled. You know what I'm saying?
a consistent group.
Every group is about a good.
I was about to say, everywhere you go, everybody has that foundation. That's what I was saying when a lot of things that we talk about praying, no different from what you've done, just in a different form of the environment that you were in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we never slapped a nigga dick though.
No, fuck no. No. But we'll fuck somebody up.
There ain't no shit I'm about.
No.
Yeah, I was in athletics and like it was a little bit of hazing that went on in there. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen some shit. Being the
I
environment.
had stories. I heard stories.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put it out there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But it pretty.
Hey, each his own. You know what I'm saying? Cheers. Respect.
Well, thank God I didn't grow up at y'all's school.
You would have loved it. You would have
Bruh.
loved it. It was when we talk about shit. It's not even like bad like people think. Like when we say about it, it's not even like that bad.
Nah, y'all was slapping dicks at y'all's school. I was.
Who?
I
no.
never slapped any.
No. Let's be
I've-
clear.
I've
not
seen
at all.
some.
No.
I've seen somebody get.
I'm saying dick slapping was never a thing at my school.
Who
I mean,
said
it really
was a
wasn't
thing at-
slapping. Like they was really.
Who
Like,
was the thing at our school? I
in
didn't know.
in
it was a
athletics, like niggas.
thing. Oh,
really,
I wasn't
like-
familiar with athletics. Like I said, I was working. I didn't know nothing about that.
That was more like some football player shit though. That wasn't really like.
Okay.
It wasn't nothing that was like basketball.
But that's
players
typically a
did.
jock thing or
Yeah.
athletic thing in
Our
general,
bullies
right?
was
Slap
old-fashioned.
ass. Slap ass.
They just beat you up or they didn't. You know? It's psychological mind game. Sometimes they wouldn't beat you up. They'll just
rough you up.
no, they'll just, they normally beat you up. So when you see them, they be like, "What up?" Then you end up realizing like,
I don't know. We really just fucked with the niggas that we was cool with, but we would do like rude shit to everybody.
Now don't get me
We
wrong.
not gonna fuck with these niggas.
When I
Cause
got
we
to-
gonna do
when
it
I got to
everybody
college,
else type shit.
I started doing pranks and shit.
Yeah. Oh, nigga, that was most of our like from 7th grade up.
Yeah,
Like,
that
y'all
was
probably did
constantly.
that shit before I got there, like to where like the pranks was. Cause I didn't get there till 7th grade, so.
I only got there until 6.
Oh, so
So
I
you
was
only
a
had
year.
I only had a year on you, and even then I only knew Giorgio and a little bit of Johnny at that time. But I knew Giorgio from down the street. But everything's pretty much the same. I mean, in general, when it comes to, I guarantee you, people that start watching this, they're gonna be like, "Yo, this is very similar to what we did, but just in a different form." You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something that's relatable,
definitely
that's
see that.
similar, that's done the same shit just due to their environment. You know what I'm saying?
I really hope that you get a mouth out the side of your neck.
I hope I do, one way or another. You know what I'm saying? I'll just keep the mic with me everywhere I go. I'll just constantly move it
There we go.
at all
That'll
times.
work.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, how it work. It be like that sometimes.
I seen a fucking meme, and it was like, where do you put your cup when you go to the restroom? And then it like showed.
I don't take my cup to the restroom.
It showed
you take your cup to the restroom?
I drink my drink.
like
Literally.
it was like the work restroom. You know how some of them have like the little bar shit where you can set your cup
Right,
on and shit.
right.
Like, do you set your cup on the ground outside the bathroom, or do you set
Right.
it down there? And then somebody was like, "My cup or my food don't never touch bathroom air."
That's real though. Like, what you mean? No, if I'm in a club and there's no one with me, I'ma drink my whole drink before I walk in the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes you got to chug, bro.
Right. I'm not, no.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Well, I'ma see if the bartender let me hold it back there.
Okay. Well, with that,
I'll be right back.
let me ask y'all gentlemen this question. Okay? Because they have a fucking song out about this. Fucking in the bathroom?
Okay.
Oh, the fucking Chris Brown and Yellow Beezy.
What the fuck?
Well,
I mean, it depends on what kind of club it is.
Because
Because
like
like
what
them niggas
bathroom.
go to like different type of clubs. Then
Right. We talking about some exquisite bathrooms in some of these places where they got people that come in and clean
Yeah.
like on the hour and shit, and the whole smell like the Regis Four Seasons.
Yeah, this not the Fort Worth after hours
Yeah.
bathroom.
There's a whole bunch of those.
But it's still a bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
No.
fucking there, period.
It's still a bathroom. That's all my. I don't care how clean it is. It's still a bathroom, though, right? This is
Yeah,
where
but
we
I
still
mean-
expel our fucking waste.
I done smashed in a mall bathroom before.
Bro, you can
The family
fuck.
bathroom.
You can fuck anywhere, and
I was in high school, but
Right.
it was still
I mean, not saying
A
that
scratch
you
off the
should,
bucket
but
list.
there's a lot of places to fuck. I mean, a bathroom, people fuck skydiving, bro. People fuck
Right,
in the ocean. You talking about expelling waste? Shit, they expel nuclear waste.
yeah.
in that
Depending
bitch.
on what type of fetish
Like-
you got, you might be one of them niggas. Like shit,
Right.
I'm balling.
Right.
Like I'm supposed to pick a bitch out the club. We supposed to go in here. I'm supposed to get this quickie out. And we good.
And then on top of that, you talking about a lot of these scenarios where, my bad, people don't realize how much dirt is in a mattress and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I mean
Right.
over the
Your
years.
sweat and all that shit.
Yeah, because
What
niggas
in
they be
there?
talking about like 8 years or 10 years to get rid of that hoe or whatever.
No.
But
3 to 4.
yeah,
3 to 4.
I'm not saying going no petrol
Yeah, because I think I done had
gas
mine
stations
since
on
like
the side of the street
2015.
and nothing like that, and then talking about. But I'm saying
thinking about
I
getting
could
a new bed
see
already. Like shit.
I could see somebody in a section of the city in the bathroom making it happen. Because, I mean, them bitches damn near look like hotels.
Yeah, I
You know
mean
what
wherever
they
you.
have all chairs and shit.
There was one location that I did some volunteer work, and so I walked into the bathroom. It was the first time that I had been to a unisex bathroom that was connected, and so when I walked in, it was some artwork, real fancy, nice artwork on this part right here. That was a big like cylinder shaped because it was curved and it had like a bench area right here that was padded where you could sit. And when I looked over to like the next area, there was another restroom. So I was like, oh shit, it's connected. Okay, well, it's a unisex type situation. Everybody get down. No big deal. Okay, cool.
Were you in Europe?
No, I was here in Dallas. I was in Deep Ellum. You know what I'm saying? I was doing some volunteer work, cooking shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, okay, all right, cool. Well, I'll just go in here. Well, they had no urinals, but they had doors that were all the way up to the top and all the way down to the bottom. And I was like, oh my, I ain't never seen no bathroom where they got doors that are all the way down to the bottom. Usually they got a gap on that hoe where you can get out this hoe. But this bitch is like a solid door on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I went in there.
Gotta respect it.
Right? Went in there, took my piss. And I was like, oh my, like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a good sized space.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing fancy, but it was very closed off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it wasn't dirty or nothing. I'm not saying nothing. It was very clean. The whole place when I walked in, it was very nice.
Yeah.
Right.
One of the best places that I've seen when it comes to a bathroom in a public place.
Right.
You know, and like I said, this place wasn't like no crazy lavish, you know, Four Seasons. It was still very well, you know, maintained.
And all I'm saying is, now, in that nice little spaced area, you talking about how much space I need to bend my gal over and go to town.
I get you. But I'm still...
Is you out your mind?
I get
We
what you're
getting in
saying,
there.
but in my personal opinion, like I said, I still be thinking there's a toilet right here. Somebody could have been taking a shit not too long ago. There could be some poop articles in the fucking
That's why
area.
I did mine in the family bathroom where it's like more spacious and shit. Where they got.
Hey, no disrespect on anybody. I'm just saying my personal
It
opinion.
got a lock on that.
That's
hoe,
all
so
it is.
It's like one group can get in at a time.
I dig it.
It was like when the Parks Mall first got that shit, like when they redid and got the skating rink and shit, like
Right when that bitch got put
Yeah,
in.
bro.
Damn.
movies and all that shit. Like,
Yeah, I'm saying, man, you gotta get.
Each his own, man. I'm just saying. I just look at it a different way. That's all. You know, don't disrespect on anybody else that partakes in those types of fetishes. No
Some people
disrespect.
with a bathroom fetish, I
You know,
guarantee it.
everybody got their own thing. Everybody got their own thing.
Every
That's
type
cool.
of fetish
You
you
know?
name.
Right.
I
You
mean,
got a
I-
person that probably like
I did it once.
watching
I
people
probably wouldn't do it
getting their
again. Like,
dick ran over with tires or some shit at this point.
like thinking about the way I think about bathrooms now, I probably wouldn't do it again. But like
I get it, but then
when you in high school, it's like, oh shit.
no. Well, to me,
you smashing anywhere you get the opportunity.
Okay, well,
Oh no,
to me,
I
at a
was with
certain
it in the
point,
principal's office, bro. I did it in the bedroom, probably. You know what I mean? Possibly. You know,
possibly.
Like high
allegedly.
school, it's like
You know
Well,
what I mean?
to me,
It's-
there's got to
it's
be a
fair
cutoff point where dumb shit got to stop, right? And
high school is that point.
Well,
Maybe
not
college.
necessarily.
Maybe college.
I was about to say, because even in your early 20s, you do a lot of dumb shit. We all do a lot of dumb shit, right? And we still young. I don't care what anybody say. Even in your fucking 29 going to your early 30, you still fucking young. Even
Yeah.
in our 30s,
I mean, you can't be
still
old
fucking
forever,
young.
bro. Like if the life expectancy is 78, you can't
Right.
be fucking old at 40.
No,
And we
you're
not even close
Right,
to there,
right,
but you can't
right.
be old at 40.
But
bro.
everybody has a different mind state
Yeah,
too.
but
right?
it's that shit that the society try to put on you, like where it's age limits and it's shit like that.
I
And
just
it's-
say you can't. You
can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
you
when
old
wanna
once
do
you
it.
can't dunk no more.
You old whenever
Nigga,
you.
I ain't never been able to dunk, so I've been old since the fucking jump. So I've been fucking an old soul since
You got
beginning.
that Benjamin Button.
Whoa, no, I wear clothes.
You gonna come. You gonna come around. You gonna dunk before you get old.
I ain't gonna lie, I done had dreams of dunking, but that's never happened. As many times I done played basketball with y'all motherfuckers, right? Fucking.
We
play
used to
with
jump
them.
off recycling bins, and we used to, bro, when Vince Carter put his arm in the rim, the very next day, we was at everybody crib that had a basketball goal, and we was having dunk contests trying to.
Everybody had their signature dunk.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Nah, we was out.
We was some little kids that was just like, nigga, hey.
No, we was out riding bikes and shit. We was.
Oh, nigga.
No, we was having wars against the neighborhood. We built
Yeah,
we built
same
box
shit.
cars. We
never
did
did that,
We used to jump ramps and shit like that.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Oh.
What?
My bad.
That nigga put a Band-Aid on his nuts.
What happened? I didn't put no Band-Aid on my nuts.
Not you, because we didn't know you back
I was
then.
gonna say, what you talking about? I did not
Like
put
when
no
you said
Band-Aid
the
on my nuts.
Like the whole time you were saying shit, because he
What
was
the
like,
fuck? Now don't
no,
do
'cause
that.
he like the last like couple episodes he been
Make
saying
it clear,
your
though.
childhood couldn't have
These
been no
people-
different than ours.
Right.
No,
And
I
every
didn't put
time
no
you say
Band-Aid
some
on my
shit,
nuts.
like,
Right.
we have a flashback and
Right.
we're just looking at
right.
each other
That's
like,
what I'm
oh,
saying.
shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That
People
nigga
don't understand that
So
fucking-
one of our homeboys, right? We had like a little area that we would go to that we didn't think nobody really knew about. And I think now they got like duplexes in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So
This is where Marquise used to live originally. Originally, that's where he was staying right before.
that wasn't by Walter shit?
This was before.
That was by the creek.
This is before. This is
Yeah.
before Dennis and them moved in. This is before all that. This Marquise and them. I just moved in behind them. Remember they had the fucking houses that had the layers, right?
Yeah.
Because remember we had the tree house back behind it that we used to go hang out at.
That was by Walter shit.
No, Dennis right there behind 287. Walter was the fucking the other spot.
Cause him and Sikowski had a treehouse
We
too.
used to do stunt shit.
Stunt shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just stunt, bike flips, anything like that.
Yeah.
Flipping off monkey bars. We used to hoop on the monkey bars. It was some cracky times.
Cracky times.
Cracky times.
Yeah. We just used to fuck shit up. That nigga
Yeah,
put that
y'all look
Band-Aid.
like y'all was menace boys.
I mean, like niggas.
So there was this one time, right? No, I'm just fucking with you.
Niggas really just used to. We lived in the moment like a motherfucker.
No,
I can say
shit.
that. Like, we didn't give a damn about whatever the consequences was. Like, we just.
My black ass did because I was ready to get the fuck away from where the fuck I was at. But none of that shit finna happen. I was out of there. I already knew it. I knew it since I was a little bit. When I was little, I was like, I felt like that reporter that got hit with the goddamn bug in the mouth. I can't wait to get out this country ass goddamn town.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how I felt about Kennedale. But, like, when I think about it, like, a lot of the shit that I had aspirations to do kind of, like, came from there. Like, if I did never experience that part of life where, like, some of the niggas that we went to school with, parents, like, had bread like a motherfucker. And, like, no matter what, like, people say about, like, that area, like, some of them niggas was, like, pretty cool. And, like, they parents would, like, invite you in and you would be able to experience, like, some of the shit that
right.
I had a conversation with a homeboy. Like, his dad was a coach there. And, like, when Kobe died, like, I was like, hey, bro, like, I got to go up to the school and talk to your dad. Like, is he still there? And he was like, yeah, he's still there. And, like, that dude.
The head coach?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah. So.
What that we went to school with?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still there.
Just making sure we're talking on the same terms.
Yep. So,
Okay.
like, my brother, what's fucked up is, like, my brother, like, when I went to go to school there my senior year and we had moved, I didn't get to go there. But my brother went to Seguin the whole time, and then he got to go to Kennedale his senior year. So that was, like, some shit that I'm like, if I was there, it ain't no telling what college I would have went
Right,
to,
I
bro.
was
Because,
gonna say,
like,
with Seguin, yeah, I know.
when I went to Seguin, bro, I was like, damn, dog, like, it's a new school, like,
You got reestablished
yeah,
everything.
like,
Yeah.
it was times I walked off the track at Kennedale and it was like Texas Tech recruiters in the stands and they was like, nice leg, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like looking at the symbol that's like right here like that. Nigga, like nigga go to Seguin and I'm like,
Yeah.
Like I really can't like give that area like a bad rep, but like that it was some experiences that like you really got to see over there that them niggas it's wild on the other side, bro.
The way I see it is everybody went through certain things, and there was everybody's time and moments and experiences they dealt with during those certain times.
Yeah.
There were it was meant for.
Yeah.
No matter what you went through.
I mean, for me,
it was meant for a
like the
specific
typical
reason.
like Texas city. Like even though like the population is like real small, like everything about it is just like
Real small for y'all was like our whole population.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
yeah.
Like it was like 400 people in my whole high school.
And see, we were like not one of the smallest, but we were pretty small within our area. We were one of the smallest in our area. Nobody knew who the fuck Kennedale was.
Yeah, when niggas said Kennedale back then, niggas was
Right.
like, what?
You like,
Like
who?
now you could hear it and you be like,
Right.
oh. Because the football
Right.
team been good for a long
Right.
ass time. Because of the same coach that I was talking about. Like,
Right.
when that nigga came in, like, we was trash. And then that nigga, like,
Shaped y'all up.
yeah. He ain't never won. I don't think he ever won no state championship there. But, like, them niggas is always in the
But
playoffs.
they've been close,
and,
though.
Yeah.
They've been close quite a few times.
Like, niggas went from not winning games to being undefeated and shit. Like, from freshman to, from 8th grade to, like, freshman year. Like, when we got there, like, our sophomore year, like, that nigga had already, like, established himself as, like, one of the better coaches. I know that nigga making some bread. Because football coaches out here, like, and he got the longevity, too. Like, that nigga been there for a minute.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick, since we reminiscing about high school bullshit. Fucking, after y'all know what y'all know now, and reflecting upon y'all's own experiences, would you change those experiences, or would you try to redirect? And if you could redirect, you could only redirect one thing.
Hell yes.
Nope.
Hell yes.
I couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it?
Uh-uh.
Hell yes. Why is the hell yes?
I would have took
Only one thing that you could redirect, because we all usually have at least more.
all the money that I was saving and buying dumb shit with. I would have been buying Amazon stock with.
Okay, well let me.
In 2009, Amazon stock was like $44.
Okay, well let me redirect my question. Okay.
I could see what a younger me probably would have wanted to be
Let's
on
not
some shit like
let's
that.
not
but
incorporate
I couldn't
fucking
have
money
did.
in that situation. I'm talking about in personal growth, and not just financial gain, because anybody can make financial gain. So,
Well, no.
in personal growth, as the man that you are now, and talking to the young man back then, I'm talking about in situations of what you could redirect or what you could make better.
No, I wouldn't change nothing. That's on Crip.
Okay, well that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Because some of those things, it's like, wow.
Because I mean, I really feel like the experiences that I went through back then, like, helped develop, like, who I am right now. So if I did go back and I like made it easier for myself, I don't feel like I would appreciate like some of the shit right now as much as I do.
Well, I feel like everybody got like a way that they got to where they are.
Yeah, but a lot of people get the shit early, and then when they lose it early, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at Jay-Z, like, people would consider him as one of the people that got on later in life as a rapper, you know what I'm saying, compared to when niggas normally get on as a rapper. Eminem, too. So, and 50, you know what I'm saying? You could really group all three of them in the same category, but it's like whenever they got what they got, you really couldn't figure out a way to...
too.
Yeah, Yo Gotti. You really couldn't figure out a way to take them down. Because, like, shit, they done pretty much been through the battles whenever you get on after 26 plus. And you've been doing the shit since a lot of the niggas, like, niggas look at NBA Youngboy and they like, oh, this nigga been on since he was, like, 16 or whatever. You know, he like 21 now. But, like, that shit is, like, rare. That's, like, Lil Wayne shit. Like,
Right.
other niggas not really a lot of the niggas that niggas look up to is niggas that been through a storm. So
I agree, but I feel like the cats that go through a lot, they do know how to maneuver a little bit better
yeah, because you've been trying to figure out how to maneuver. Period.
than most in the first place. But it's only a few people like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you maneuver,
But those
like
is the stories that niggas really need to look at, because everybody want to look at the quick story. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this nigga only been doing it for this amount of time, and it took him here to get here. Like, that's not the story that you need to look at.
Popular in the trend now. That's where everybody's wanting now is the quick. Oh well, I can get 100 million views now, and now, and nobody likes to talk about that future shit of, the longevity, fucking planning things out, or just being patient on certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Things fucking happen for a reason. No matter what you say, things are always played out in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? There's certain reasons why you show up to certain places, be at certain places or times and shit like that. But people are so quick on the trigger of, I want it now. And, it's my money and I want it now. It don't always work like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like that's the perfect time to cheers to longevity. I'm gonna sign out with a pull-up.
Did we touch on everything?
I feel like we did.
That shit fucking 2 hours in.
Well, we 2 hours in. Like 3 hours in.
What?
120 is 2 hours.
Yeah.
We almost at one. So we at 151.
Okay.
So that's like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
That's not 1 hour and 50 minutes.
Mm-mm. I gotta set it in minutes. Let's set it in minutes on the grid. I don't think I ever recorded anything over 150 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's the first time.
Yeah, but that's 2 hours and what? 210, 120, 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
2 hours and 30 minutes. Damn.
That's longer than the other one.
That's a damn shame.
We getting there. It ain't a damn shame, really, because it's like the typical podcast.
Yeah, that'd be about.
Because Joe Budden shit be like 3 hours and fucking some change sometimes. His shit, a lot of the times, it'd be like 2:30 to like 2:50 to 3 hours. Like, whenever it.
I've had two people where they'd be like, man, you thought about making it shorter? And I'd be like,
Yeah, there might be some people that's not used to podcasting.
well, then that's what I was gonna say. Those individuals are usually those types of demographics that are into the no. I can only keep my attention for about 60 seconds, and then I'm on to the next thing. I can't focus.
Because it ain't really no
than
way that you could really do that. If you going on like multiple topics and you really giving like context on shit that you feel like about the shit and you bouncing ideas off, you're not really gonna be able to
cut this right.
The audio not all it is going, but I mean, shit, we can still.
I cut it. Don't worry about it.
We ain't
Hear
even
ye,
try
hear
shit,
ye.
bro. This nigga like, you gotta cut it. Like, nah, nigga.
Oh, shit.
We ain't signing out until the shot taken, so it's still in there. Like swimwear.
Until it's gone.
I still
Like
got a whole
E.T.
joint I
home.
didn't smoke, bro.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
So what you saying?
You trying to cut this in half and use that for the next week?
I was thinking about it. That's why I haven't released
Part
the other ones
2.
yet. Because I was going to release the other ones that I was going to release the other day on Tuesday or Wednesday so I could get people used to that date. And if we don't record, if we wasn't going to be able to record on Wednesday, I was going to release this one on Thursday or Friday. But since we can record on Wednesday, I don't know. I still might do the Thursday or the Tuesday and Thursday so I can see what day is hotter.
OT Genesis.
So far from the people that I've talked to, it's been a mix. Meaning that they've been talking like they'll start it, they'll watch it later on. Some people listen to it in the car.
Podcast is different because like people listen to it on the way to work, on the way home.
Some people listen
breaks.
to it when they get done with work, and then that's what they listen to.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
because they want to calm down. They don't want to hear music.
Right,
they don't want to
right.
hear.
And I've heard a mix since some of the people that I've talked to since then.
Because like music, when you drive, it can kind of like push you a different way to where you might have road rage, you might not have road rage. It ain't no telling what your playlist gonna throw you. Right. So, like whenever I'm in a traffic scenario, I'm definitely listening to a podcast because it's not as much going on. Right. So, whenever I get off, I'm listening to Joe or I'm listening to fucking. The fucking one with Charlamagne the God and the other dude from the Guy Code, yeah.
Andrew something.
Schultz.
I think so. Right?
Yeah.
Right. I don't listen to
the Incredible Idiots or whatever that shit is called.
Like Breakfast Club and shit. So I get a lot of.
I watch that shit on Revolt at the crib. So
and then I watch My Expert Opinion. It's like a podcast, but they like
it's like a podcast on Barbershop. On there.
Whose is that?
It's there.
Mav Hoffa.
All the time. Close to the mic. All the time. Be close. Talking to the mic.
Mav Hoffa.
I hope this nigga got a voice outside of his throat. Still talking to the fucking mic all the time. This nigga always talking about he's not talking to the fucking mic. Mic check, nigga. Mic check.
That's gonna be the one part of the shit that he makes sure is the clearest of the whole episode. Mav Hoffa.
Bong water. Test 1, 2, 3.
Man, shout out to my nigga Snoop, man. Stand up for your homies, man, when they ain't here to stand up for theyself.
Appreciate the energy, you know what I mean? Shout out to Yo Gotti for doing the same. Shout out to Jay-Z, man. As much hate as he get, he's still been doing this thing on the working side.
Up top.
And always pull up.
Smoke weed every day.
And that's technically a wrap, people.